How's everybody doing? Thanksgiving week. Are you thankful? Hi, y'all. How's everybody doing? No, she's a retard. Yeah. You know, I've tried really hard to ignore the Candace Owens shit. It's just too much for me to keep up with. It's just... Every time I tune in, it's like, I just turn it off. It's too much. It's too much. I don't know. A lot of people are buying into this. The latest Candace Owens craziness is apparently Emmanuel Macron. According to Candace, and there are people backing her up saying she has hard evidence of this. So if this turns out to be true, fucking insane. But apparently Emmanuel Macron has put out a hit on her for 1.5 million. Something like that. We'll get into it. We got clips. We got even was it Brandon Tatum is coming out and saying actually looks like she has hard evidence. And it's like, okay, well, if Brandon Tatum is getting behind her on this, I don't know, maybe there's something there. It's her tone. Yeah, it's too soap opera-y. I don't know. It's like when you like walk in like in a room, walk into a room like filled with a bunch of like hyenas, a bunch of crazy women, and they're just like gossiping a bunch of crazy shit, and you're like, okay, you walk back out and shut the door, and like, okay, I don't need to listen to this shit. What's up? Hope everybody's having a great Thanksgiving week, though. I don't know, you guys have time off yet? Are you still working? What's going on? Remember my old job, I'd be done for the rest of the year at this point. Unless, my boss would say no, which they never did. I would have already put in my whole fucking vacation time for the year, all to just be off till the end of the year. That was the one fun thing about having a good job is the paid vacation time and just, getting months off, getting paid, doing nothing. I don't like advice from women. Donnie Brooke, I'm with you on that, bro. I feel you. Yeah, so let's get into this. How's everybody doing? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for showing up. This is the Pink Trip Show. I am Pink Trip. I don't introduce myself enough. I bet you there's a lot of new viewers who are like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm Pink Trip. Actually, my real name's Mark. And I've had a fun couple of days, man. You know how sometimes life just drops a bunch of shit on your plate all at once, and you're like, holy shit, I don't have enough time to do all this. That's been my last couple of days. And then it topped it off last night with my sink deciding it doesn't want to work anymore, deciding it doesn't want to drain. I have hard water. I'm in South Texas. We have hard water. So I've been basically I've been a plumber most of the day. And yeah, I got it to actually drain super slow. So I did improve it. It is draining now at a snail's pace. But that's what I've been doing all day. I've been getting covered in gunky shit. It's crazy. There's these like hard little, like they're like rocks. I guess it's like lime deposits or calcium deposits. I don't know, but from the hard water, like you get in there and you just start finding like rocks where it just builds up over the years, man. It's I couldn't get it all the way. It's too deep in there. I don't have a snake. I was using the like the metal hanger. You know how you can make a metal hanger and kind of make it into like a little homemade snake. And I couldn't get that bitch down there deep enough to actually pull it out. But I'll probably after the show, I'll get back at it. I'll try it again. Fun times, guys. Fun times. Not to mention it's Thanksgiving week, which just, makes you busy as fuck anyway. Everything's bigger in Texas. This is true. That includes my dick. New York water sucks too. Does it suck? Colorado has amazing water. When I was in Colorado, because all their water comes off the mountains. Like all the ice on the mountains, it just rolls down and it's just like fresh. It's cold, super cold. It's beautiful. It's one good thing about Colorado. They have great water. And here we have kind of shitty water. Yeah, Mark is a shock. I don't know what I was expecting though. Yeah, no, my name's Mark. I mean, you can call me whatever you want, dude. Just make up a name. Doesn't matter. You can just call me Ping. That's what everybody knows me as. Anyway, thanks for showing up, guys. Smash the thumbs up. Let's help get this out to more people. Links in the description if you want to support the show. Or join the Patreon. Not the Patreon. Yeah, Patreon's in there as well. But the Discord. Discord's free. Don't have to pay for nothing if you want to hang out. Good way to get notified of the show. So yeah, let's get to this Candace Owens stuff. Let's start off with her first comment on this. Here we go. Urgent. This is from a couple days ago. Urgent. 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position in proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team in national gendarmerie. I guess that's I don't know, it's a French thing. Intervention group. I'm told there is one Israeli that is on this assassination squad, and the plans were formalized. Yeah, you can't have a proper assassination plan without at least one Israeli being involved, right? Again, this person provided concrete proof that they were well placed within the French government apparatus. Further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. So now, apparently the latest on Charlie Kirk is, I guess, the French? I guess the French assassinated him? I don't know. Journalist Xavier Poussard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. The head of state of France apparently wants us both dead and has authorized professional units to carry this out. I'm laughing, but if this is true, this is not funny at all. I ask that every person retweet and share this. Well, I'm sharing it right now, Candace, just for you, sweetheart. I ask that every person retweet and share this. I do not know who in the American government can be trusted, since this source claims our leaders are aware, but I have more specific information, which is definitively verifiable should they care to reach out to me. To the brave official in France who did this because they were so moved by the evil of Charlie's public execution to risk their own life, may God bless you, truly. Let all be revealed. Okay. So when I first read this, I was like, just more fucking crazy women drama. You crazy ladies and your crazy drama. You know, par for the course for the ladies. Here's another one from Candace. When everything is said and done, and the public learns that Macron allegedly moved $1.5 million for my assassination, how will the world respond? Inflation, bro. You know, assassinations used to be dirt cheap, bro. Like, 10 grand. You just find, some hood rat, give him 10 grand, job's done. 1.5 million, and man, assassinations are fucking not cheap, okay? This economy is fucked, bro. This is one fucked economy. What's up, Olive? Right, guys? I mean, when did assassinations become so fucking expensive? Like, Jesus Christ, Trump. What are you doing? Okay, so there's that. And then more. Apparently, she's not doing her show this week because it's too dangerous. She's in hiding. Our show will be off the air this week. As an update, both the White House and our counterterrorism agencies have confirmed receipt of what I reported publicly. So what does that mean? I know she sent it to them. Have they confirmed that? Are they confirming that they got what she sent them, or are they confirming that this is actually the case? Emmanuel Macron attempted to organize my assassination per a source close to the first couple. Also, I will again state that the French legionnaires were involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination, but they did not act alone. So now it's France? France killed Charlie Kirk? What the fuck is France doing, bro? What you doing, dude? For all of you who doubted my claims, I'm one of them. I've doubted many of her claims, but I'm not saying she's wrong. It's just, just comes across a little crazy, but she could be right. Just on the surface, I'm like, this seems fucking crazy. You can now look to the President of the United States and our intelligence communities to issue a statement to confirm whether I am telling the truth. Okay, Trump. It's time. Let's confirm this. Is this something that they would bury because, it might hurt France and America's relations? It's like, no, who fuck that? If they're literally fucking planning assassinations of our citizens, fuck France. Let's go to war. It'll be an easy war. France won't last long. They got nukes, though. That's the problem. Fucking nukes, bro. What the fuck, France? So at first, I'm like, this is more just fucking clickbait nonsense, drama, crazy bullshit. But then it seems like there are people like Brandon Tatum here who I don't think would be saying this unless he really believed this, because he's kind of on the other side. He's pro-Israel. People call him Israel first. Whatever, He's on the other side of Candace on a lot of things, and he's coming out and backing her up. So to me, all of a sudden, that lends some credence to this. So let's listen to Tatum here.
Then, brother, the American government, I don't care how much you don't like Candace. I don't care how much you've been trashing the American government and the FBI. They got to do something. And I'm going to tell you what they will do. It doesn't matter right, wrong, or indifferent. They have to investigate this. They have to investigate this. And I think that if it is found to be true and the proof prevails, which I'm convinced, after talking to Candace and the stuff that we talked about, I'm convinced, then that means that there should be dire consequences for the French government and whoever else was involved, the Macrons or whatever, dire consequences. I'm talking about the American government should go after them like never before. Then,
so apparently he's seen some shit from Candace. He's seen the evidence. He's convinced. I don't know. Look, Tatum is the last guy I would expect to come out and go, actually, I'm convinced. So that kind of convinces me. Maybe there is something here. Maybe there is something here. In France, if you're trying to kill America's most beloved political commentary lady, then you got to get through me first, France. Okay? You want to take out Candace? Sweet Candace? I don't care how batshit fucking crazy she is, okay? You got to go through me first. You hear me, Macron? You hear me? I'm not even that big of a fan of Candace, but yeah, fuck these other countries, dude. Getting involved in our shit. Urgent. Why Candace Owens' assassination warning is 100% credible and she might not have much time left. This is, who is this guy again? What's his fucking name? I know this guy. I can't remember his name, though. Valhalla Channel. God dang it. What's this guy's name? Anyway, let's watch this.
A lot of people be asking, like, why? Why?
Let's see if he's got the receipts.
Now, a lot of people be asking, like, why? Why would, the French government put out a hit on Candace Owens, a podcaster's life? Well, if you haven't followed her coverage on Brigitte Macron, which
I have
I'm not
not
going to delve into, yeah, there's an extreme amount of incentive to shut Candace up. I mean, we know that Macron literally...
Valhalla VFT. Thank you, Ethan. Is that his channel name? I know I've seen this guy before.
Asked
I think I was confusing him with JD Delay. I don't know why I see him. It's like, I just think JD Delay. That's true. It is. It is Fredgy.
Fredgy83 super chatted $5. Story is legit getting stranger by the minute.
I agree.
Donald Trump to shut her up.
Thank you for the
Trump
$5, bro.
Called Candace to try to shut her up. They've brought out a lawsuit to try to shut her up. And so when you look at it that way, the incentive is absolutely there to make Candace stop talking. There's no doubt about that, right? Her expose on becoming Brigitte is absolutely wild. Okay. And that's not the only incentives out there on Candace Owens. Candace Owens is flying very, very close to the sun on a lot of different topics.
So I know of the Brigitte thing is that Candace is claiming that she was a man, is a man, and transitioned to a woman, and then was like dating Macron when she was like old as fuck and he was young, and all this weird shit there. But I'll be honest, I don't really care about France. So I just go, what are we talking about France for? But apparently we should be talking more about France and less about Israel if this is what's going on. Maybe France is the bad boy behind the scenes the whole time. Who knows?
Obviously, grown stuff.
Or it's probably all connected. France and Israel are working together. Who the fuck knows?
Obviously, the Charlie Kirk investigation that she's been putting on over the last 2 months, especially the ties to our greatest ally and their potential involvement, the Egyptian government potentially being involved, and then obviously her insane coverage and delving into all of the corruption and sketchiness behind TPUSA. I'm going to be honest, guys. Candace Owens is kind of the #1 most wanted on a lot of people's lists. And for us to just throw away the idea that there may be a credible assassination plot on Candace's life, especially after what we just saw with Charlie Kirk, the fact that Donald Trump had assassination attempt on his life a little over a year ago as well. These things are not that unrealistic, guys. Candace is now the #1 podcast in the world. You turn into her YouTube channel, she's got anywhere from 100 to 150,000 concurrent live viewers at a time.
And that's fucking an insane amount, dude. Because I don't even think, Rogan, when he was doing live, he might have, I think, hit like 100K on like a Elon episode, but to be getting that regularly every episode, They're insane fucking numbers. She is becoming the new Oprah. That's what they're saying. Like, Candace is the new Oprah. I mean, if you're pulling numbers like that.
It's absolutely bonkers. She's blown past Joe Rogan. She is the biggest name in independent media. It's not even close. And her influence is now enormous, just like Charlie Kirk's was. An influence on the American people, especially when you're pushing forward narratives that go against our greatest ally, that go against Christian evangelicalism and things like Turning Point USA and all the corruption they have going on. Things that go against foreign nation states, like the president of a foreign country and his wife.
She doesn't show up in your algorithm, Max Normal. She doesn't really show up in mine either. I wonder what her demographics are if you look at her analytics. I wonder if it's mostly women or, a large amount of women. I wonder. Because, women are not very, most people's analytics, unless you're doing like makeup tutorials and it's like completely tailored towards women, most people's analytics are like 97% men, 3% female. So if she's pulling a huge female audience, YouTube might just love her because of that. Because I don't know, these people, they love the female audiences, bro. I think they spend more money. I think that's what it is. Like, I think you probably get higher ad rates when there's more women watching.
She's like Icarus, man. Candace is flying.
Because they spend money like crazy. I don't know if you know this. Women have a bit of a shopping problem. Okay? Just a tiny little shopping problem. So advertisers love that.
So close to the sun right now on a lot of different topics, right? And historically, a lot of these people don't let you talk about these things, You look at a president, named JFK and a certain ship named after the Statue of Liberty and things like that. And you go, this is actually getting pretty scary. Doesn't necessarily mean it's credible. However, these units that she talks about are the first thing we need to break down because it's very, very interesting. All right, so first thing we're going to look at, which she talks about, which is the National Gendarmerie Intervention Group, which she says is the group that's going to carry out the assassination attempt on her life. Now,
howdy, Spocko. How you doing, brother?
2181 super chatted $19.99. Why is any of this surprising? Black people always have the best conspiracy theories.
This is true. I don't know if people know this, but yeah. The black people, God love them, the best conspiracies.
That might sound like some sort of private contract.
Thank you, Spocko. That's very generous, 20. Thank you, brother.
Tractor.
Good to see you, Spocko. Happy Thanksgiving
but it's not.
week.
This is actually just France's Tier 1 domestic counterterrorism unit. Or you could think of it kind of like a Delta force that they use as a domestic police force, okay? So what do they specialize in? Right up front, domestic counterterrorism. Most of you guys actually know who this unit is. Historically, very, very famous unit. They were the ones who took down the 1988 plane hijack in Marseilles.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's still, the original Counter-Strike, you could pick the GIGN uniform. Just saying, that's all I know about them from playing Counter-Strike.
The point with this is extremely high level, highly trained counterterrorism unit, right? And they have expertise in things like breaching, sniping, all the different things that you would want if you needed to take someone out that needed to be taken out, you could say. Now, this is where I stop and go, does it make sense that this would be the unit chosen by the Macrons, hypothetically, if they were to have some assassination plot on Candace Owens' life to come to America to take her out? You would much more expect something that we're going to get into with the French Foreign Legion here in a second, but a CIA Mossad-esque type of unit to be doing this. All right, so the French Foreign Legion, and this is where the story gets extremely, extremely interesting and very, very compelling, because if you don't know anything about the French Foreign Legion and how this whole thing works, okay, the French Foreign Legion actually takes people from all over the world, and a lot of these people have very serious criminal backgrounds, on the run from the law, different things like that. They get brought.
What the fuck are you doing, France? You're taking fucking criminals and putting them into your special forces, bro? Is that true? That sounds nuts.
In, and they get turned into special forces, French Legionnaires, French Foreign Legion.
I'm not the only one. North Baird, who is this guy? Temp JD Delay. When I first saw it, I was thinking JD Delay. I don't know why. It's like, this is JD Delay. But apparently it's not. It's Valhalla. Yeah. And I know I've recognized his name, so I've seen this guy too, but I guess he does look a lot like JD Delay, huh?
Right? And who's a great example of this, of a guy we know, Taylor Kavanaugh, who we're actually going to have on the show later this week, who was a former Navy SEAL and actually ended up, after some trouble in life, in the French Foreign Legion. We're going to have him come on and deep dive
wild,
all the connections to all this for us later this week. But my point with that is you have...
They like those dirty special forces guys. If you're a special forces guy who like murdered somebody at a bar because you had too many drinks, hey, guess what? France will take you. France likes that. They like you to be dirty as fuck.
People like former Navy SEALs, former operatives of different countries that come in and become part of the French Foreign Legion. And I'm going to explain why that's very compelling here as it relates to an assassination attempt on Charlie Kirk or Candace Owens' life. So what the...
If you've never accidentally shot a civilian in the face, then they don't want you, okay? You've had to have shot at least 3 civilians accidentally in the face, and then they'll take you, okay?
French Foreign Legion is
precursor.
really famous for is reinventing identities. And what I mean by that is you can potentially take some high-level operative from a foreign country that's got legal issues, bring them into the French Foreign Legion and reinvent their identity, and they can continue on later in life with a clean slate. Back to what Candace said here, okay? She said this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Foreign Legion's 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. That becomes very, very interesting because, yes, if you are going to want to hire or use someone to carry out an high-level assassination attempt on somebody like Charlie Kirk's life, the French Foreign Legion's not a bad place to look. You have some extremely high-level, highly trained operatives that could be from anywhere in the world, including, maybe places like our greatest ally that have reinvented their identity that, again, some of which with very questionable morals to begin with. This is where you would definitely look to hire this type of assassin. Now, interesting thing here. Candace says that the assassin trained with the 13th Brigade. Here's where I go, does that really make sense? Maybe, but the 13th Brigade is actually a mechanized infantry brigade. So what that means is they're highly focused on, vehicle-based combat and things like that. I would have expected this to be someone that came from the 2nd REP, which is the 2nd Foreign Parachute Regiment. And the reason why I would say that is because that's where their snipers are typically trained in the French Foreign Legion. And if you were going to choose someone to carry out a sniper-esque assassination attempt, typically you'd want to pull somebody from there. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that.
At Spocko 2181 super chatted $4.99. I had a friend who was in the Marines. He said the way they trained was crazy.
In the Marines or in the GIGN or whatever the fuck it's called, the French Foreign Legion. I've always heard good things about them. I heard they were like elite, one of the best special forces in the fucking world or whatever. That's what I always heard. Yeah, and then the plane fucking hijacking thing. I remember that as well.
There isn't cross-training and different things like that, or that they couldn't go to a sniper school. That's all possible as well. Now, why is this so interesting to talk about when it relates to the Charlie Kirk assassination or Candace and things like that? That's because if you're France and you're the French government and you really did want to pull something like this off, this is...
How embarrassing would it be to be assassinated by the French? Like, if you get assassinated by China, Russia, Israel, like, okay, yeah. The French? The fucking weak-ass French? I'd be embarrassed, bro. That would embarrass the fuck out of me. In the afterlife, I'd go to heaven and I'd go, what happened? Oh, well, the French assassinated you. That can't be true. There's no way. The fucking French, bro? God, I'm so embarrassed.
The perfect unit to pull from because you're pulling potentially people who aren't French, right? They're part of the French Foreign Legion, but they might be German. They might be from the United States. They might be Israeli, right? There's a lot of plausible deniability back towards the French government if the person gets caught and it turns out they're Egyptian or, Canadian or from Beirut or whatever. That's exactly what you want through a tradecraft assassination attempt. You want zero tieback, especially through nation to nation. It's extremely important for things like this. Right? That's why I don't think the GIGN, which Candace talks about being the ones after her, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me at all. However, the French Foreign Legion being involved all of a sudden raises some pretty serious eyebrows. I hope Candace has her security situation figured out. If not, then Candace should probably reach out to some people that that could help you with that. But I mean, yeah, guys, it's pretty wild. Who knows if this is true or not. If you're Candace Owens, though, I'll tell you, you have to take things like this seriously.
At Sage2 super chatted $5. During the Yellow Jacket protest, the cops stood down and the Foreign Legion came in to protect the president's mansion.
Oh, of course. Yeah, can't have anything happening to the president's mansion. Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of things can happen, but no, we can't have anybody fucking with the president's mansion. Yeah, I remember the Yellow Jacket protests. Those were pretty crazy, man. But yeah, I don't know what to think of this. It seems too crazy, like at face value. But then, my God, if something happens to Candace, if she just all of a sudden dies, like in the next couple of weeks, like, and this is, I mean, the ball's in your court, Trump. You need to come out and say this is nonsense or this is credible. Okay, you need to come out because yeah, if this you just got to set the record straight. Well, I have a feeling we're not going to hear anything from Trump. Well, let's finish this.
Obviously, your best friend just got schwacked, right? The president of the United States almost got schwacked a year ago. The likelihood of someone of her power and influence now.
Darren Verney 3,662 super chatted $4.99. What's up, Ping? Not a regular follower, I check in now then, but your Alex Jones/Rogan videos are what got me here. Shit is hilarious.
Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, a lot of people. That's how they found me. So yeah, you're not unique. I've been rallying hard on X to get Alex Jones back on Rogan. It pisses me off, bro. I was expecting, I mean, because it's such a fun fucking episode whenever you get Rogan and Alex Jones together. I was expecting it to be like at least a yearly thing. And then when Rogan moved to Austin and he's just down the fucking road from Alex, I was like, oh, this is going to be like a regular fucking, he's going to be like that CIA guy who's like every fucking month he does one episode. Baker, whatever the fuck. I forget his full name. And yeah, it's disappointing. So everybody, if you're on X, send a tweet at Joe Rogan, ask him why the fuck Alex Jones hasn't been back on the show. Because we want that. Okay? All of his fans want that. There's no reason for it to not happen. I'm guessing everybody's afraid. Same thing with Theo. Remember Alex was talking about Theo canceling on him a couple times because YouTube was like, nope, we don't, this is not a good idea. Maybe that's what's happening with Rogan. But to me, Rogan's too big to let anybody dictate who the fuck is going to go on his show. So I don't really buy that at a certain point.
Being the next
but thank you guys. Thank you for the super chats, brothers.
Target is extremely
Much
high.
appreciated.
So we're going to delve into this a little bit deeper later this week. Hopefully on Friday we can have Taylor come on and really explain to us how the French Foreign Legion works and where all these people come from and their backgrounds and their sketchy backgrounds a lot of the time. Stick around for that in the next one, and I'll catch you in the next video.
All right, catch you later, Valhalla. How you doing, brother? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, but I do know that for as the population collapse is not going to get any better because these videos are coming out left and right. At first, I was like, this has to be AI. There's no way this is real. But according to Grok, this is real. This is a real fucking thing. This is a new fembot type thing going on, and I'm telling you, man. You're not going to get a man after this. If this comes to fruition, okay, ladies, you're done. You're going to have to work so fucking hard to get a man. But of course, you're going to have your own little Chad robots as well. And like, just, I don't know, maybe all the babies are going to be made at like you just go to the doctor, shoot some sperm in his face and be like, give that to some bitch. And then that bitch takes the sperm and they shoot it at her. And I mean, that's probably how people are going to have babies anymore because how are you going to compete with a hot ass sex robot? This shit's insane. I thought this was AI. It might still be AI. I could be wrong. Grok could be wrong because Grok's always Grok's not perfect. But according to Grok, this is real.
Good with this?
I trust you.
All right. You're warm.
And a little nervous.
Me too. Oh, hell no. So
Yeah, it's over, bro. We don't need to hear this goofball's take, but I mean, and everybody seems to be sticking their fingers in their mouth. I don't understand this. Can you keep your dirty ass fingers out of their mouths? Okay, but I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, and you can actually beat the shit out of her too. Jay Sledge says. At least I could punch a robot. True. I mean, if it's a robot, you know, you they probably will come up with like anti-robot abuse laws at some point. I'm sure. But yeah, a lot of dudes are gonna. Yeah. I mean, dude. All right. I mean, look. please don't do this. Whoever's making these robots, go burn them right now for the sake of humanity, because we're fucked.
சீனா சயின்டிஸ்டுங்க டெக்னாலஜி விஷயத்துல ரொம்ப முன்னாடி போயிட்டாங்க. அவங்க ஏஐ ரொபாட்டிக் கேர்ள் ஃப்ரெண்ட் வரைக்கும் செஞ்சுட்டாங்க. இது ஃபுல்லா ஒரு ரியல் ஹியூமன் மாதிரி தான் பிஹேவ் பண்ணுது. ஏன்னா இதுக்குள்ள சின்ன சின்ன பார்ட்ஸ்களை வச்சு இப்படி ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராமிங் செஞ்சு உருவாக்கி இருக்காங்க. இத சீக்கிரம் எந்த கண்ட்ரியும்
I have no idea what he's saying, but that's not the point of this.
செய்யவே முடியாது. சீனா சயின்டிஸ்டுங்க
I'm looking at them like, this is AI, bro, but apparently this isn't AI.
டெக்னாலஜி விஷயத்துல ரொம்ப முன்னாடி போயிட்டாங்க. அவங்க ஏஐ ரொபாட்டிக் கேர்ள் ஃப்ரெண்ட் வரைக்கும் செஞ்சுட்டாங்க. இது ஃபுல்லா ஒரு
I mean, you know what they're thinking when they're doing that? They're like, oh, will a blowjob work? Let's see. Will it accept my finger? Then maybe it'll accept my penis. You know, that's the thinking of these dirty ass fucking dudes, okay? Now, somebody talked about biting the finger off. That's going to be a problem. I mean, if it malfunctions with your dick in its mouth, that's not going to be great, guys. That's not going to be great. They really need to work out that function. You're getting a ton of ads. Yeah, that's just YouTube, bro. You know, that's the way the system is now. You got to get the premium, bro. They're trying to force everybody to buy premium by just flooding everything with ads. Yeah, I don't get ads either because I use premium. Mostly I bought premium so that I could listen to podcasts on my phone, so that when your phone locks down, it'll keep playing. And I don't know if it's still the case, but you had to get premium for that. But yeah, I mean, the other benefit is no ads, or ad blockers. Try that too. I mean, you shouldn't do that. But,
181 super chatted $4.99. The main difference is men won't care that their robot doesn't have a job.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's the other part. You think if they're gonna be able to make you sandwiches, they're gonna be able to clean the house. I mean, they're not gonna give you any lip talk. It's gonna be like, honey, what's for dinner? And she's gonna smile and she's gonna look at you and she's gonna go, I love you so much. What do you want for dinner, sweetheart? And after dinner, you wanna go to the bed? Yeah. I mean, women, you're so fucked. Men too, man, because they're gonna be. I mean, obviously, there's gonna be men robots too. That dude, there's gonna be no competing with this shit. But yeah. I don't know, man. Again, according to Grok, this is real. I have a hard time believing it. Here's another one. See, this one looks a little faker. The last ones we saw, they looked so fucking legitimate. Like they looked like fucking real. This one looks a little more fake in the face. Okay, all right, that's going too far, bro. Who is this guy? Somebody needs to do a background check on this guy. This is I mean, you know what they're working on these robots for. It's not just about fucking Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, we're fucked, bro. We're totally fucked. Oh no. Oh no. This guy. Oh no. Of course it's the Asians, bro. The Asians are definitely going to be the first ones to figure this shit out, dude. These Asians, bro. They're out of control. They're out of control. Pseudonym, alias, there's no age limit. No, there needs to be, okay? That's still, look, if there needs to be a check. If your robot looks like she's under 18, you got to go to jail. I don't care if it's a robot, okay? That's a problem. So, yeah. What do you think, guys? More teeth, please? What do you... There's no guys, what do you think? Are you excited about this? I know there's a lot of dudes out there who are excited about this. They're like, holy shit, I cannot fucking wait, bro. But yeah, it's it. Like, I mean, we have a fucking complete population collapse going on. What is this clanker looking? Yeah, I'm sorry, Olive.
Look, super chatted $2. What is this clanker-loving propaganda?
Don't worry.
Crying face emoji.
Don't worry, Olive. They're gonna have male fucking bots with like hard-ass six-packs, giant cocks. Okay, giant. I mean, you can get whatever cock size you want. So I mean, the ladies are gonna be fine too. Okay, but yeah, this is the future, guys. This is definitely the future. We're all fucked. No more relationships. I'm sure you can get that done, Burb.
At Burbshed super chatted $1.30. How about one without teeth?
Yeah, you can have a grandma version. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, it looks a little weird when women don't have teeth. I mean, if you're into that, you know, I kind of prefer teeth. That's just me, you know. I'll take my model with a nice set of pearly whites, okay? The Gummer 3000, bro. Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, I mean, you're going to get to customize it to whatever you like, dude. Whatever you like. So this was going viral the other day. This is becoming a problem where people just are looking for opportunities to have some sort of moment that will go viral. And so there was this substitute teacher. It's first day. He goes into the staff bathroom. And at this school, they've had a problem with the students going into the staff bathrooms. So the teachers there have been like kind of policing the staff bathrooms to make sure no students are using the bathroom because they have their own student bathrooms. And so this substitute teacher's taking a leak and this guy doesn't recognize him. And apparently the substitute teacher looks kind of young and he just merely asks him like, "Are you a student here?" And watch the reaction. Watch what happens.
You're who? What's your name?
So this is the teacher who just went in there and asked him simple question. Are you a student here? Because he doesn't recognize him. It's his first day. He's a substitute. He looks young. And instead of just going simply, "No, brother, I'm a substitute. This is my first day. How are you doing? I'm ja, and nice to meet you." He pulls out his camera, becomes a whole thing. Racism. It's a racism, guys. And I've been watching social media and the usual suspects are making this out to be like pure racism, guys, pure racism. So like the way he makes it sound like he was just standing over him as he was taking a piss, like breathing down his neck going, "You a student?" As opposed to probably just being in the bathroom behind him where the only other, because most stalls, like what's behind you? The sink, it's so frustrating, dude, the way social media has changed everything. So like normal encounters can all of a sudden be traps to where it's like, oh, this is not just a normal encounter. This is a guy looking for a viral moment, trying to fucking make whatever crazy narrative he can to piss people off online so that he can go viral and have a fucking career.
$1.95. Nah, a mode that retracts teeth. 100 emoji.
You guys are already fucking making plans, huh? For your custom models. That's high level thinking, bro. Yeah. I mean, it retracts. You probably would need that for a safety feature just to be safe. Just to be safe. It comes with the latest safety feature, retractable teeth. So you don't ever have any unfortunate accidents when you're having fun with your robot. Come on, bro. I mean, that's high level thinking, bro. You should go work for this company. Look, I see right through this. This is a guy waiting for a moment so that he can have a viral moment and launch his influencer career off the support of all the people who are going to be like, "Oh, this is a racism," and support you and open a GoFundMe and get a couple $100,000 in a GoFundMe. Because, I mean, this is what people are doing these days. You have to be careful out in public, especially when you walk up to someone and for some reason they just pull out a phone and they start recording your interaction. Just walk away. Don't even talk to them. So this is the meeting. And this lady's in charge, and she seems pretty based because she doesn't fall for this bullshit. She's like, "This is retarded. We've literally told our teachers to police the bathrooms. You're a young-looking substitute that no one recognizes. And when you were asked, 'Are you a student?' it's very easy to go, 'No, obviously, I'm a substitute. I know it's my first time seeing you.'" And so it's like, it's not hard to understand what's going on here. But, an opportunity to make something racist. I'm not going to fucking drop that ball. That's a bag right there. That's a bag. If I can make something look racist and get it to go viral online, I'm getting a bag.
Right to Ed, I mean, when Mr. Hand asked you if you were a student or not, what was your response?
No, I asked him what was he doing. Because he's dead standing behind me.
He's dead standing behind me. What does that even mean, dude? What does that even mean? You're in a stall with the door open. You could have closed the door. Okay, dead standing behind you. Like, is he right up behind you, like giving you a back rub or something? Or is he just behind you, like near the fucking sink? There's a big difference.
While I'm using the bathroom, asking me what's my name.
Okay, first of all, for saying axing me, you should be fired. You can't be a teacher saying axing me. Okay? Even a substitute teacher. And we used to have some great substitute teachers back in the day. They were good. They were professionals, bro.
What am I doing? Like what?
Did you respond, I'm a substitute working here today?
No. It's weird
That would have been it. It would have been, I'm a substitute. I'm Mr. Johnson or whatever your name is. And it would have been like, oh, okay. Just making sure you're not a student because we've had problems with that. And we can't have teachers and students using the same bathroom because that's weird, right?
standing behind me while I'm using the bathroom. I don't know how y'all not seeing that, but it's whatever.
For the sake of peace and not having anything else transpire today, I think it's best if you don't finish out the day subbing here. Just I don't want any issues happening between, you know, the staff members and you, or it's just best probably.
Okay.
I love this lady because she could have easily played along with this and made this about this whole, got along with this guy's whole fucking, you know, narrative here that this is a racism and blah, 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 blah. It's beautiful. And I was seeing on Twitter, she's getting attacked. You know, all the usual names that come out for, that the left likes to call black people when they don't agree with them. They get real racist. It's crazy how that works, right? Like the anti-racists get very racist against black people when they don't go along with what they want them to go along with. It's wild how that works.
I just wanted to know his name. You could tell me your name?
Yeah. So I can blow you up on social medias, which they already did. They've already blasted this guy's name and face all over social media. Racist teacher, blah, 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 blah.
And go ahead, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, so at this point, do you have anything left in the classroom that needs to
No, I got
Basically, you're fired. Get the fuck out of our school, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
my stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna ask that you leave the campus.
Okay, that's fine. But he can't tell me his name?
No.
Staff bathroom. You guys want to share?
So, before going to bathroom duty, I go into the staff bathroom. He's in the staff bathroom. I don't know who he is. He's not wearing the lanyard that he's wearing now. So I asked if he was a student or who he was. He goes on to start questioning me and starts recording me.
Was I not peeing while you was asking?
What a pussy, bro. What a pussy, dude. Oh, don't talk to me while I'm peeing. That's inappropriate. Dude, you're in a bathroom. It happens all the fucking time, bro. Big deal. And if, you know, close the fucking stall too. Like, maybe close the stall, dude.
Your question.
That
How dare you ask me a question while I'm shooting urine out of my penis? That's so inappropriate.
Yes or no?
you were using the restroom.
Okay. He was standing behind me while I was using the bathroom.
Look at the
Go ahead, finish my stuff.
look at the look she get. That if looks could
Standing
kill,
behind
bro.
me
Look at
Yes
this
or
again.
no?
You were using the restroom.
Okay. He was standing behind me while I was using the bathroom.
That's not the look you want to see. You know you've not won her over, dude. That's some fucking lasers shooting at you right there.
Okay, go ahead, finish my stuff. Aaron, I want to give you a opportunity.
And so he was in the stall.
Okay.
The door was not closed. It was open. We've had staff in there or students in there that are not supposed to be in there.
That is correct.
So I'm just asking who he was, if he was a student, if he was a student. And so then he goes to start recording me.
I bet you this guy was looking for this opportunity. Once he got this job as a substitute, he probably has no interest in being a substitute teacher. And he's like, "Ooh, God, I sure hope I have a moment where I hope I have some sort of moment I can spin to make it look racist so I can blow up my influencer career and get out of the having a job business." People have a weird idea like, "Ooh, if only I could be like these influencers on the internet. Like they don't even work. They just post videos and it must be the greatest job ever." It's not. It's a job like every other job that gets really old really quick and you better enjoy doing it. But these people have this just weird idea like, "Oh, if I could just be an influencer, my life would be so amazing and I'd make so much money." Like, first of all, like everything else, the people at the top make a ton of fucking money. Everybody else barely gets by if they're lucky. Okay? You're going to probably make less than you would as a fucking teacher at the end of the day. Oh, man. Guys, the grass is not always greener on the other side. I'm sorry to tell you. How to get fired 101. Exactly, Zegs. Like, it's your first day. You're trying to make an impression. And the first thing, like the first time you have to like answer a question and be like, oh, actually, I'm not a student. I'm a substitute teacher. It's nice to meet you. Oh, a big old scene, dude. This guy didn't want this job. Clearly, he did not want this job.
Okay. And then that's when
Yeah, not to mention he's still recording in a staff meeting. That's probably why I forgot. Like that went like right over my head, Zegs. Like they're in the staff meeting and he's got his phone out recording the entire meeting. That's why she gave him that look. That's why she was like, are you fucking really recording this? First of all, that's enough to be sent home. Like you're recording every interaction with us to build up evidence or, so you can edit it and take it out of context to make us look bad.
And then we go into the hallway. He's still trying to record me.
Because I asked you your name and you wasn't giving me your name.
You were recording me and asking me my name.
Yeah.
Okay, I witnessed the whole thing, so I didn't know if y'all needed.
Okay, right now, no. But
Well, here comes MTG's sister.
Okay, I mean, I witnessed even inside the bathroom because he held the door open.
okay,
Oh, she saw everything.
but right now we'll just.
So you saw it?
Speak for himself.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
So he's got witnesses too. So he's totally fucked.
Okay, go ahead.
And I mean, that's my big thing. Like, I don't know why I'm being recorded and I'm being questioned.
I don't know why I'm being stood behind while I'm using the bathroom. Like what?
Bro, he already fucking explained it. Everybody's explained it. That's a staff bathroom. They make rounds to make sure students aren't using the staff bathroom. And you're a new person that's fucking young looking, so he didn't know if you were a student or a teacher. That's why. You're ignorant on purpose, bro. You're acting ignorant on purpose.
Couldn't wait until I came out the bathroom to ask me his questions.
Well, I will say that I do understand where you're coming from, but as a Judge Road staff member,
So you think it's okay?
They're doing what we've asked them to do as far as addressing students who may be out of area. And according to what Mr. Herring is telling me, he wasn't aware that you were or were not a student.
Okay, so even if I was a student, it's okay for him to stand behind another student while they're using the bathroom?
If you are in an open space with the door open, it seems like that the privacy was not
Okay.
already established.
Bro, teachers used to go into the fucking students' bathroom all the time, and like, that's just part of the job. I don't know. I'm trying to make it into some weird fucking sexual thing. What is just like the guy doing his fucking job that he's been told to do? Yeah, go check the bathrooms, make sure there's no students using our bathrooms because those little fuckers keep going into our bathrooms and they fuck things up. Plus, yeah, it's a little weird to have a 35-year-old teacher shitting next to like a 50. I mean, yeah, it's just weird. It's better to they have separate spaces. This kind of gave me flashbacks of middle school. Let's listen to this chick. And then I'm going to tell you a story about one of my middle school history teachers, Mr. Nevin, who, God bless him. We'll get into it. It's a sad story.
Now, I'm a substitute teacher, so I go around to a whole bunch of different schools. I go around to all grade levels, pre-K through high school. And so initially I thought, well, the Spanish-speaking students don't speak English, so that's why they're so quiet. No, all the way up to high school. The Hispanic students, now, even if they are off task in class, they are quietly off task. If they playing some games on their computers, they're doing that quietly. If they on their phone, they're not supposed to be quietly. If they got their headphones on, they're not supposed to have their headphones on. If they got their head down, they sleeping in class, quiet. But then when it comes to the black students, when I say they are so disruptive, and they can't just be disruptive by themselves. They have to involve other students. Students who are actually doing their work, trying to learn, trying to get good grades. The black students want to be the class clown. They want to talk back to the teacher, arguing with the teacher. The teacher say, take the headphones off, put the cell phone away, do this, pull your pants up, do that. They always got something to say, like always. And it's a lot of it is the boys, like, what are you doing? You arguing, going back and forth in front of the whole class with the teacher? These are supposed to be the men of the next generation. I mean, I know they're not men now, they're in high school, but you get what I'm saying. You know the rules for the whole entire school is every time you walk into a classroom, you're supposed to give the teacher your phone. You don't give the teacher your phone. The teacher catch you with the... Now, if you're not going to give the teacher your phone, it's your responsibility to make sure that the teacher don't see you with the phone. Okay, cool. The teacher done caught you with the phone. Now she said, give me the phone. Why are you arguing with the teacher back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth about a phone that you're not even supposed to have? Then the teacher playing videos, so So you could do some sort of assignment that has questions, you know, related to the video. It's not enough that you just don't want to watch the video yourself, that you have decided that you're not going to do the work. You got to be talking across the room, talking loud, talking to this person, that person, laughing, getting up, play fighting. But it's all the black kids.
Is she allowed to say this? Because I know if I said this, I'd be in trouble.
We've lost the plot. We've lost the plot. And instead of us taking responsibility and ownership of our culture, right? We'll sit there and we'll go off on people that bring visibility to the problems that's in our culture that need to be addressed. These are the people that are going to be the quote unquote leaders of the next generation. These are the people that we want to get married. These are the people that need the jobs. These are the people, because see, we already spoken for. Whatever it is that we are what we are. But now we have another generation because the boomers failed, right? And now we got another generation that we bringing on generational trauma, and they're just as sassy as their mothers, and a lot of it is because they're in single parent households.
I say this all the time. This is very true. This is very true. It's a little weird because she said the Spanish students, they're very quiet. Well, I didn't have that experience. There was a lot of fucking rowdy Spanish students when I went to school, and I'm talking the 90s because I'm old as fuck. The black kids tended to be well behaved. It's funny, like, I know this is hard to believe, but a lot of the black kids I went to school with in the 90s, a lot of the ones I was friends with, they had strict ass fucking dads who were in their lives. And I guess maybe I'm a rare fucking thing because I was a sports guy when I was a kid. So I played a lot of sports with black guys, and they had like very strict parents that were like on top of them. They took their grades seriously because they wanted to be an athlete. I'm guessing, she's probably going to school in like Chicago or something, maybe some inner city where it's different. Cause I was going like San Antonio, also like small towns as well as where I went to school. I went to school in a lot of places, but I maybe things have changed since the 90s, but I remember this was a school I went to when I was in middle school. It's called in Aransas Pass. And this history teacher, Mr. Nevin. You guys remember Beavis and Butthead, the principal from Beavis and Butthead, where he was like, oh, he's always nervous and I could barely talk. This was Mr. Nevin, except even uglier. Even uglier. Like, he had this giant nose, and his nose hairs would come like inches out of his fucking nose. And I guess he just never thought maybe I should trim my nose hairs. Like they just grew out and grew out. And he was like a grown man. He was old. He was like in his 50s. He was like a grown man that had been bullied his whole life and was weak and nervous and scared. And the students picked up on that right away. And that man took so much abuse from the students. And it was white and Hispanic kids. It wasn't any black kids. I mean, it was dangerous to be in that classroom because they would basically turn the lights off, right? So someone would go to the bathroom. One of the troublemakers would go to the bathroom. And then when they'd come back in, they'd hit the lights. And at that point, if you were like kind of, the first time you didn't know what was going on, but after you learned, you would duck underneath the fucking table because everything would go flying at Mr. Nevin. Books, chairs, people would just start throwing everything at him. And he was just always so fucking nervous and scared, and just, you could smell the weakness on him, and the kids just took advantage of it. And I felt bad for him. Because I think it was history, if I remember right. It was history class. Like, I just felt bad for him, dude. I felt so bad for him. And I remember trying to like talk to him and be nice to him. That's how bad I felt. I was like, let me just let him like talk to him and just be nice to him. Like, I feel bad for this guy. And he was so like an abused animal. Like, even when you try to be nice to him, he'd be like, oh, he would think there's some angle you're trying to play on him to fuck him over because he had been so abused. Man, kids can be fucking mean. I still think about Mr. Nevin. I wonder what happened to him. I bet you he's probably dead now. That was 30 something years ago. Roughly 30 years ago. But yeah. I just made me think about that. Because she goes, oh, the black kids. I was like, yeah, I remember the Hispanic kids being much worse at the school I went to. Because it was mostly the Hispanic kids. Because the little town I went to, Aransas Pass, it was funny. They had gangs too, right? It's like a little town of like 7,000 people, but you had like the Crips and the Bloods, and like they're all just LARPing as gang members in this small town. But they were pretty nasty, bro. Some of them were pretty nasty. But yeah, I don't know. I figured I'd play that. Remember, I told you this was going to happen when old Zamdani had that meeting with Trump. I was like, just wait. As soon as, like, in a day or two, he's going to get amongst his own people and he's going to be right back to talking shit about Trump. And here he is. He's calling Trump a fascist and a threat to democracy again. Good job, Trump. Good job. You got played, bro.
In that press conference with President Trump, a reporter asked you whether you believe that President Trump is, in fact, a fascist, a word that you've used in the past. You were about to answer. Then President Trump sort of jumped in and he said, quote, "That's okay. You can just say yes. It's easier than explaining it." So, Mr. Mayor-elect, just to be very clear, do you think that President Trump is a fascist?
And after President Trump said that, I said yes. And
so you do?
Oh, look. It seemed like you were kind of blowing off the question. He was like, go ahead, just call me a fascist. He's like, yeah, okay. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, Trump, what are you doing? You're fucking over like your own base. You're trying to make like buddy up to people like this who fucking hate you, bro. Who think you're a fascist, a despot, a threat to democracy. I wonder what Trump's thinking after this. I wonder what he's thinking, because I could see this coming. Like, he's just using you for whatever reason, and nothing's going to change. He's not going to like be like, well, actually, Trump's not that bad. You know, I thought he was a fascist, but he's willing to help, and he really cares about New York. And no, he's still a fascist and a threat to democracy.
And that's something that I've said in the past. I say it today. And I think what I appreciated about the conversation that I had with the president was that we were not shy about the places of disagreement, about the politics that has brought us to this moment. And we also wanted to focus on what it could look like to deliver on a shared analysis of an affordability crisis for New Yorkers.
It's so retarded. Basically, the way it works now, if you're not a socialist, then you're a fascist. You're either a socialist or fascist. That's it. It's the only two options.
You've also said in the past that President Trump has engaged in a, quote, attack on our democracy. You've called him a despot. Do you still believe President Trump is a threat to the democracy?
Everything that I've said in the past, I continue to believe. And that's the thing that I think is important in our...
But yeah, you're willing to go and have a meeting with this threat to democracy and work with him. Doesn't sound like you really believe it at the end of the day.
Politics is that we don't shy away from where we have disagreements, but we understand what it is that brings us to that table. Because I'm not coming into the Oval Office to make a point or make a stand. I'm coming in there to deliver for New Yorkers. And a few weeks ago, I was asked by a reporter 3 words to describe myself. I said, New York City. And that's what animated that conversation. How do we deliver for the people of New York?
They're going to hate this guy so much, dude. You watch. All the people that voted for him are going to hate him because he's never going to be able to deliver on all the bullshit he fucking ran on. So, yeah, okay. You want free buses? Donate. Yeah, that's what he's doing now. He's like trying to collect donations so that buses can be free. Like, yeah, buses are going to be free if you just go to my GoFundMe and fucking donate to this GoFundMe. We'll make buses free. Okay, dude. Whatever. Yeah, this is, remember when Jack Posobiec asked him about how he was going to tax white people more. And this is another angle of Jack. Jack's clearly not happy. I thought about this too. I was like, Jack cannot be liking this. Jack cannot like what's going on here. I think Jack is like most of us right now. Like, what the fuck is happening with Trump? What is this guy fucking doing?
Would you feel comfortable living in New York City under a Mamdani administration?
Yeah, I would. I really would. Especially after the meeting. Absolutely.
What makes you comfortable?
We agree on a lot more than I would have thought. I think I want him to do a great job, and we'll help him do a great job. You know, he may have different views.
Trump so badly wants to be see, what I think it is like Trump's already got MAGA, like they voted for him. He feels like he already kind of cornered that market. And now he so badly wants to get the leftists who hate him to like him. And it's like every time he gets into office, that becomes his number one goal. How do I get these crazy fucking leftists to like me? I'm a nice guy. Why do they hate me so much? Let me kiss their ass and talk about how great they are. It's never going to happen, Trump. And if they do fucking act like they like you, it's just so they can get something from you, and then they're going to turn around and stab you right in the fucking back. Same thing with the neocons. But he falls for it every time.
But in many ways, you know, we were discussing when Bernie Sanders was out of the race, I picked up a lot of his votes, and people had no idea because he was strong on not getting ripped off in trade and lots of the things that I've practiced and been very successful on.
So yeah, Jack just leaves. He's just like, I can't. Let's watch it again. Look at his face.
Absolutely. What makes you comfortable? We agree on a lot more than I would have thought.
He's like, okay,
I think he's.
I gotta go. MAGA's dead. MAGA's dead. It's time to go get a new career.
We were discussing when Bernie.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I can't listen to this shit. I felt the same way, bro. I felt the same way. I felt the exact same way. Breaking panic has erupted among the left as their foreign bot farms got exposed. Now, this is funny because it just depends who you're listening to. The people on the right are like, oh, the left's bot farms just got exposed. Oh my God, they're all bots. And then what do you get from people on the left? Why are so many MAGA influencers from outside the US? It's almost as if they're working for foreign governments. Everybody's just running with, oh, I found one account that's MAGA that's not listed as being in America. So that means like all of MAGA are foreigners. Same thing with the left. Same thing with the Nick Fuenteses. They're like, oh, this one Nick Fuentes fan account it's based in India or something. So they're all bots. They're all foreign bots. I think they did a study where like Nick's, all the Nick followers on Twitter, is like 83% of them are from America. Like, you guys realize like the internet is global, right? Like anybody from any country can follow. And yeah, both sides are trying to claim the other side is all bots. Now, I know there are a lot of bots and it's good that they rolled out this feature, but yeah, people are trying to, it's at this point, it's coming across as bullshit. It's cherry picking. It's like, oh, look at these 4 accounts that are Nick Fuentes fans that are not from America. That means every Nick Fuentes fan is just a foreign bot. It's like, I've been very suspicious that there's a lot of bots pushing a lot of shit, but we need more than that. We need more evidence than that. But it's kind of funny. Both sides just jump on it like, oh. Let's check in on the ladies. Let's see how the ladies are doing. This is Kenya Hill, a cast member from 2005's America's Next Top Model. Let's see what happens here. She tries to shoot her shot at Playboy Max or Plackboy Max. I don't know. I don't listen to rap. Let's see.
I'm sorry, but I'm from America's Next Top Model, and I don't know who you are, but you're out here talking about black excellence.
Yes.
What are you promoting?
So I'm a streamer, you know. I also make music. I don't know if you know who Fred Again is and Skepta. I have a song nominated for a Grammy with them, Victory.
Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. As soon as he says he's got a song nominated for a Grammy, she's like, oh my God, this is not just some random, this is a famous fucking musician guy. And it's like, holy shit. You can just see it in her eyes. It's like you just put a whole pecan pie right in front of her face. And she's starving, dude. She's starving to death. And you just plop down the most succulent looking pecan pie right in front of her. And she's like, we'll watch what happens.
Really?
Yes. And I am nominated for Streamer of the Year. Music streamer, best stream series, best stream collab.
How do I support you?
Right here, support black business. What's your name?
Should I put you on my stories right
yes,
now?
Yes,
you should. Support your black business?
100%.
We're here with
Blackboy Max. Blackboy Max, y'all know what time it is. All platforms.
All platforms.
Make sure y'all vote. Oh, upside down. Make sure y'all vote. Vote. Exercise the right MLK fought for. Vote.
Period.
All platforms, Grammys, and Streamer of the Year. Let's do it. Come on.
Okay. Are you gonna give me a little smooch?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't.
You know what?
I can't. Love though. I'm out. Oh my God. What the fuck just happened?
And all right. So look, ladies, you're always complaining about men not approaching you in person, right? Like, why? Look how hot I am. How come no man comes up to talk to me? Blah 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 blah. Well, it's because shit like this happens, and it fucking ruins your self-esteem for days, if not weeks, for some men. Some men, you know, they're good at it. They can get shot down over and over and over, and they just keep going. They keep going. Those are the strong men among us. But ladies, you get a little taste of what men go through, and it's a complete fucking crash out.
You guys were filming stuff obnoxiously with every single person who recognized him. I don't even know this guy. I literally am running an empire right now and have no clue who I don't have X. And
she was on like America's Top Model. She was like, she finished 12th. She wasn't even the winner of America's Top Model. She was just some fucking low level that got kicked off after like the first episode or some shit. I don't know. I don't watch America's Next Top Model. I'm running an empire. Okay, yeah.
I don't even have the time to log in and sign up. So I walked up to you after his little outburst. He probably don't even date black women. But I said to you guys very clearly, please don't use that footage. And I don't know what collegiate level you guys are at, if you guys went to college or whatever. But I asked you not to use that footage.
Don't use the footage of me being completely embarrassed. You're not as cute as you think you are, unfortunately, Miss America's Next Top Model. She's really not. I mean, I look at her and I go, ugh. Ugh. I mean, I guess she's like super skinny and like that's what it takes to be a model. And I don't know. But I mean, you're like a 6 in my book. I mean, that's being generous. Guys, is that crazy to say she's a 6? Because to me, she's like a fucking 6, bro. She's a 6.
Not only did you use the footage, but out of everybody there, you talked to a lot of people. We heard you a mile away. That was the only footage that you used. And I verbally told you not to use it. I have so many things going on right now that I don't have time to take you to court.
But now she's gonna fucking take him to court. Lady, you walked into his video, okay? You're in public. He has the right to film you and release it. Unfortunately, that's the laws. That's the laws of the land. And because he turned down your little smooch, which was weird as fuck, by the way. You just met this guy. You're like, oh, let's film a video. And then you ask him to give you a kiss. That's kind of fucking weird. It's a little aggressive. Like if you reverse and it was him and he's like, how about a smooch? You probably, dude, reverse the roles and guys could get canceled for some shit like that. But yeah, it don't feel good, does it? It doesn't feel good getting rejected.
But I dare you. I dare you to try me, because now you are taking up my time. This 3 minutes that it's taken to post this, I could have been making money.
So your new fame, his Instagram, I don't even know who gave him the idea. Do you know the connotation behind the word plaque? And I don't know if this is maybe a different kind of plaque that you're talking about. Maybe it's a different one. But the first thing I thought of, because I don't think he has any real plaques, was plaque on your teeth, okay? You maybe want to understand the connotation and the...
She's so fucking pissed, dude. Yeah, she's bitter as fuck, MFG. So bitter. I mean, just take your L, bro. He's probably got a girlfriend. Just be like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I was in the moment just being silly, you know? But clearly... what she saw was like, oh, this is the next fucking Kanye. If I can just get it in with this dude, I'll have a fucking career. You could see her eyes. Her eyes went from normal to Grammy nominated music, and her eyes were like, it got so big. It got so big, like, oh, here's my opportunity. I'm finally, I'm going to get a man that's rich and famous. You're not good enough, baby.
Vibration that certain words carry through society. I don't give a damn about who you think you are or any of your followers. But he walked away from me so disrespectfully.
You said that's fine. You, in the moment, you're like, I understand.
And it doesn't matter about him.
Because it was kind of disrespectful because you just met the dude and you're asking for a kiss. That's a little weird. Like you literally just met like a minute before then and you're already asking for a kiss. Again, reverse the roles. If a random dude did that to you, you would be making videos about how inappropriate and you felt in danger and you didn't feel safe and blah, 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 blah. But it's fine for you to do that to other men, right? Okay.
America's Next Top Model. You don't ever depart.
He is in a relationship. Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing, Dan. He's probably in a relationship and he's like, doesn't want to get his chick angry. That's the right move. If you're in a relationship, you can't be fucking smooching on some random chick on the street. Like he probably would have been in the doghouse for months for that, dude.
From a real woman.
Yeah, Olive, she was acting desperate and got embarrassed after being shut down. Exactly, dude. She saw him and he might as well have been LeBron fucking James. She just saw dollar signs and the life of the rich and famous. And she's like imagining her life, like in that little 30-second, like probably 5 seconds, she saw what her life could be with this Grammy nominated fucking artist. And now she's just milking it.
In that nature, ever. You played yourself. And good luck with that Grammy.
good luck. I really genuinely hope you get it, because that's probably going to be the height of everything that you get. But that's not none of my business. It's between you and God.
Well, it's not bad. If that's the height of, you winning a Grammy is a pretty good height. Unfortunately, it's a big deal. That means you made it as a musician. You're top of the line. You're going to make a ton of fucking money. What did you ever win? You didn't even win America's Next Top Model. You're like 12th place. You were 12th place. But I'm running an empire. Okay, it's fucking hilarious. Dude, you guys remember Tara Reid? Tara Reid was like that blonde chick that was in movies just to show her tits. Like, you knew if there was a movie with Tara Reid in it, there was going to be a scene where she whipped her tits out because that's what she was there for. That's the purpose she served, was, the gratuitous tit shot from the blonde bimbo. And things have been going downhill for her though, bro. It's rough. It's rough being a celebrity these days, especially when you're a woman who is basically a celebrity for just being hot, and then when your hotness fades, like that's rough on a lot of these women mentally. Even regular women, it's rough on them to go from like young, beautiful, everybody kissing their ass, sucking up to them, to now you're in your 30s and you're not getting the attention, and it's like you go from being like this like super special, wanted, like almost royalty among the population, to just like nobody cares anymore. Get out of my face, bitch. But yeah, she's still having problems. Apparently, she's claiming, and other people are claiming, somebody spiked her drink.
Remember when they were in Vegas? We had we call it.
This is her right there, and she looks out of her mind. I don't know. Look, this dude is not a good look. He might have been trying to help her, but when you're claiming somebody spiked my drink, and then you got this guy, hugging her and all that, it's like, I don't know. I'm not saying he did it, but I think a lot of people are going to jump to that conclusion and be like, who is this guy? What was he doing? He might have just been a good Samaritan, because she's fucked up, dude. She could barely even stand.
Shut the f up. You know what?
She said it looks like she's trying to get it in, but okay, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think she knows where she's at this point.
Put that to the chair. Put that to the chair.
Yeah, can you even? I can't even. I know she's in a bunch of movies. Somebody says best movie with Tara. LOL. Dude, please name a movie she was in, because I can't even remember any movie she was in. Was she in American Pie? No, she wasn't in American Pie, was she? She was in a bunch of like shitty fucking early 2000s movies.
Give her a second. Give her a second. You touch me again, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, this guy's a tough guy. He's ready to fight this guy. What the fuck?
She is not like that. I gotta look at her. That is her. That is her.
She came over and talked to me. I didn't know who she was.
I understand. I understand.
She looks like she's had a rough life. A lot of drinks, a lot of drug use. The Big Lebowski in American Pie? She wasn't in The Big Lebowski. Was that her? Was she in The Big Lebowski? She was in American Pie? Okay, I think I remember her from American Pie. Van Wilder. She's drunk. Yeah, apparently she's more than drunk. I don't remember her from The Big Lebowski. Was she in The Big... I love The Big Lebowski. The dude, that was a great film. Was she in that? I remember the blonde chick who was like hanging out with the nihilists, but I don't think that was Tara Reid. The daughter or whatever of the... I don't think, was she in fucking Big Lebowski?
If that's not, you're that. I want to take you to your room. Sit on the chair. Is that pathetic?
Yeah, it's pathetic, Tara.
You were right.
If she, look, I'm doubting the story here that she got drugged, that somebody spiked her drink. I'm doubting it, but if that's the case, that's pretty fucked up. But we're gonna hear her talk about it because she does an interview with TMZ. And it really makes me doubt her story. She was Bunny? Was she Bunny?
Goodbye, guys.
Oh, she was Bunny Lebowski. Jeez, like, that must have been one of her first films, huh? Because she don't even... She was Bunny. Yeah, she looked, dude, that was probably the best she looked. Because I didn't even, like, I've seen the movie a million times and I don't even recognize her as Tara Reid. That must have been like early on in her career or something, because she looked really good back then, man. Bunny. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You know, when you can't even properly sit on a chair, you know things are bad. When you can't even fucking sit on a chair without sliding off, things are not going well. Poor thing.
No, I was just trying to make sure she's okay.
Everybody's like, oh, here's my little clip. I can make some money.
No, security. He was like, you touch me one more time. I was like, yeah,
You're doing Yeah, she was definitely typecast after that. Yeah, I just remember she was always like the hot chicks, probably like, oh, we need a hot chick for a nude scene because you know that's gonna up our numbers 10% with the male demographic. So and then it's like, well, who should we get? Well, Tara Reid, she never says no. She's always willing to show her tits. Her Heather Graham was another one. They were like terrible actresses who were just hot and willing to show their tits. And it's like, you have a career. You're now famous Hollywood actress.
Captain Sean.
No,
Hey.
Sean.
My partner in crime over here, man.
That's it. I'm gonna salute all of you.
Yeah.
Tara. Say Tara. He says Tara. No. Let her go.
I don't know, man. It's hard to tell. We don't have the video of what she was doing, but apparently somebody spiked her drink, according to her.
So walk us through what happened.
So I got to the hotel, I checked in, and then I went downstairs for to have a drink and have a cigarette.
Yeah, that's Tara Reid, widow mocker. I remember like a few years back, maybe even longer, like she was everywhere. She was like crashing out, being filmed drunk all the time. So she's had a rough life lately.
And I got my drink and I left it on the bar and I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And there was a bunch of YouTubers there in the lobby, like everywhere.
That voice, it tells you everything you need to know. Because she didn't sound like that in Big Lebowski, did she? That's a voice of somebody who's had a lot of fun in their lifetime. Did a lot of partying.
And they're videotaping stuff and, you know, everything was just weird. And then I went back to the bar and my drink was covered up with a napkin. And I thought that was weird because I didn't put that over my drink. And then I drank my drink and without even like finishing my drink, I just like passed out. And before I knew it, I was in the hospital.
I mean, it is possible. There's some weird fucking dudes who are, but like, I don't know. I mean, if you're going to spike a chick's drink, you'd pick somebody a little hotter than her, wouldn't you? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's somebody crazy in there. It's like, oh, that's Tara Reid. Oh, this is going to be a story. But yeah, I mean, look, if that's the case, they need to find out like what drug you were spiked with. I'm sure there's video in the bar. I'm sure the bar has video. They can find who went up and spiked the drink. And this guy needs to be taken off the streets. Because who knows what this guy, if this is real, who knows what this guy was planning? Might have been a serial killer. Who the fuck knows?
Tara,
8 hours later.
Were you actually at the bar? Was your drink on the bar or were you at a table?
No, at the bar.
At the bar.
At the bar.
So
yeah. I mean, it's just really scary. It's like, it's for all, not just girls, but for guys, for anyone. You have to really be careful with your drink. I mean, for that, it make me pass out for 8 hours. I mean, that's crazy.
So I was gonna say, what happened?
Was her voice always raspy, Olive? I don't remember.
After so you were taken to a hospital,
and then I woke up 8 hours later.
Did they tell you anything about your condition, or did they test for any? Did they do it? Did they do a blood alcohol test?
No, they did. They just said that you were drugged. That's what they said. They said you got drugged last night.
Yeah, so they did no test. This is where it starts to seem like, I don't know if I buy this, because you would think they would know, they would do a test. I mean, how else would they know other than to do a test and be like, what's in her system? Oh, somebody threw some Valium in there or some GHB or some shit like that. And then they'd be able to say like exactly what happened. And then because that's a crime, you would then look over the footage from the bar and find out who did it and fucking actually try to, go after the guy. So this makes me doubt.
At the bar.
Did they find, did they test it to see what drug it was?
No, I didn't ask.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think what could be going on here is that she's just embarrassed because she's got a drug alcohol problem. And rather than just admit, yeah, I'm a fucking drunk. I'm a drunk. I'm just a really bad drunk. And I drink too much. It's no, I was somebody spiked my drink. This is so not normal for me to behave this way. But yet, I remember there were videos like this from like years ago where she was out in public drunk as fuck and people were filming her. And it was like, oh, is this Tara Reid? What happened to Tara Reid?
It was all kind of vague. Like, it was all like very blurry. Do you know what I mean? It was like, it was just, it was like, I can't even explain it because I don't even know what happened.
See,
You know what I mean?
the odd thing to me is that if you're going to the hospital in an unconscious state, it would seem they'd want to know what drug it was to know how to deal with it and treat you.
Yeah, they're not buying this. You can tell TMZ's not buying this. So we'll probably in a couple of days, dude. I'm telling you, there's footage of the bar. There's no way there's a fucking high dollar bar like that in a fancy hotel where they don't have a camera on the fucking bar at all times. So yeah, police, let's do our job. We need to get this crazy fucking dude who's going around spiking chicks' drinks. We need to get him out. We need to get him out of here. If she's not lying, which I highly doubt. I highly doubt the official version of this story here.
I don't know because I was unconscious. So I don't know what they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but shouldn't they tell you afterwards? Shouldn't they give you a write-up and explain it to you? And shouldn't, you file a police report and then the police would be like, okay, they did a test and this is what was in your system. It's not adding up, Tara. It's not adding up. I'm sorry. Guys, yeah, who's out there spiking grandmother's drinks? Energetic drink. I mean, maybe there are some dudes out there with grandma fetishes, man. Who knows, What do you think? You buy this story? Because I don't buy this at all, man. I don't buy it. I just don't. Here's Trump making fun of Pritzker for being fat. Okay.
Talk about Pritzker in size, but when I talk about Pritzker, I get angry because he's not letting us do the job. So I'm not going to tell my Pritzker joke. They have a very cute little joke, Some speechwriter wrote some joke about his weight, but I would never want to talk about his weight. I don't talk about people being fat. I refuse to talk about the fact that he's a fat slob. I don't mention it. On a more serious note, as we gather around the dinner table, I'd like to lose a few pounds too, by the way. And I'm not going to lose it on Thanksgiving, I can tell you that. Because I'm going to have a turkey, but it's not going to be that one. I hope all of you talk about...
Yeah, Trump doing what he does best, talk shit. This is what you should do, Trump. You should just stop doing anything else except just talking shit about everybody. Just talk shit. This is going to make some of you sad, okay? The cost of Thanksgiving dinner in 1981. And if I remember right, wasn't there an inflation crisis in 81? Yes, 1981 was a pivotal year in a major inflation crisis that led to a severe recession. High inflation, exacerbated by the 1979 oil crisis, prompted the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates to historic highs, which in turn caused consumer spending and industrial production to plummet. Isn't this what destroyed Carter? I think this is what destroyed Carter. Oh, where did I got too many. I can't be doing that. I can't be doing these on the same one. It's too hard to get back. Okay. The cost of Thanksgiving dinner in 1981.
Thanksgiving dinner 1981 will not be as expensive as some people may think. We took a typical list of Thanksgiving dinner items to 4 different grocery chains in the Albuquerque area to compare prices. We purchased items to feed 6 adults. Here's what we found. A 12-pound turkey averaged $6.69. The average cost for 12 ounces of stuffing was $1.04. 15 ounces of cornbread mix averaged 69 cents. 2 15-ounce cans of green beans averaged 76 cents. 3 pounds of yams averaged $1.59, and a 7-ounce jar of marshmallow cream was 57 cents.
Marshmallow cream? Who the fuck uses marshmallow cream for Thanksgiving? What do you use marshmallow cream for? I would think like for making s'mores maybe or something like that. But that's such an odd thing to throw in there. What am I missing? Who the fuck uses marshmallow cream for Thanksgiving? What does that go into?
One 16-ounce can of cranberry sauce cost an average of 57 cents. A 16-ounce can of pumpkin also cost an average 57 cents. Mincemeat ranged in price from $2.29 to $2.99
For the yams? Yeah, I don't know shit about the yams. You put it on the yams? Candy yams? Okay, yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. Sweet potatoes? Yams, okay. Yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. What I do, my Thanksgiving dinner, what I like, turkey, mashed potatoes. If they got a green bean casserole, I'm down for that. Lots of fucking gravy. Tons of gravy on the turkey and the mashed potatoes. A little side of cranberry sauce. Some of those dinner rolls, you know, the Hawaiian dinner rolls, those are great. That's my Thanksgiving dinner. That's all I need. Everything else is just bullshit. Stuffing, of course, with the turkey. Stuffing's great. What the fuck is mincemeat? I've heard of mincemeat. What do you use mincemeat for? What is mincemeat for?
28-ounce jar. Two 9-inch pie crust averaged 65 cents and 8 ounces of whipped topping averaged 73 cents at the 4 stores. The total show the most expensive of the 4 stores we shopped was Furs, with a total cost of $17.83 for the items.
Dude. $17.83 for Thanksgiving dinner for 6 people. What is it now? Like $75? Let me find out what it is now. What is the average cost for a family of 6 to have Thanksgiving dinner in current times? Let's see. The average cost of a family of 6 to have Thanksgiving dinner in late 2025 is approximately $27 to $33. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That sounds way too fucking cheap, bro. What are you talking about? I can't even go to the grocery store and get food without spending $200. Let me ask Rock. That must have been per person, because I asked family of 6. That must have been per person. $73 for 10 people, $43 for 6. Wells Fargo store brand menu, $80 for 10 people. The 5% national decline, so 5% cheaper from 2024, driven mainly by a 16% drop in turkey prices to $21.50 for a 16-pound bird. I don't know. That sounds so fucking cheap, bro. I would have thought it would be so much more. There's something weird going on here. There's something weird going on here. $73 to feed a Thanksgiving dinner for 10 people. Maybe I don't know. It just that doesn't seem right. Does that seem off to you guys, or am I just out of touch? No, it's like $56 on Walmart app for that much groceries per person. I can't eat a ham sandwich for less than $10. Dude, every time I go to the grocery store, I'm like, oh, I don't even need that much shit. $200. It's like, the fuck, I'd even buy that much shit. What the fuck, dude? It's like, you can't get in and out of that grocery store without spending $200 every fucking time. Every fucking time. So, yeah, I don't know. Those numbers just seem off to me, dude. The AI eats lies for dinner. Turkey's around $25. No, it's like $56 on Walmart app. A turkey is $15 to $20 alone. $19.81. Yeah, something doesn't seem right about that amount. That seems like that's off here. Let's check in on the ladies again. They're doing really well. Apparently, this is a femcell.
Oh, you're so pretty. How are you single? There's not a problem with my looks. I'm insane. And usually you can get that vibe off the first, 5 minutes.
That won't stop most dudes. Are you insane to the point where, you don't bathe and you smell bad? That could be a problem. Because, ladies, you can be attractive as fuck, but if you smell like BO and shit, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We can't get past terrible smells. It's like food. Food could look amazing, but then if you smell it and it smells rancid, you don't want to eat it, right? So are you insane to the point where you don't wipe your ass properly? Because, look, dudes don't care. Dudes are hard up. You're good looking and a little insane. Most women are insane these days, so welcome to the club. Welcome to the Insano Club. She looks like an anime character. Yeah, I mean, she's cute. Except for the tattoo. The tattoo ruins it. Fucking tattoos, bro. God, please. Can that go away? Can that trend go away? Here's another one crashing out about a date because her date wanted to get coffee and go on a walk, and he's a cheap fuck. How dare you? You think I'm a cheap date and you could just get me coffee and go for a walk? No, you got to go spend thousands of dollars. Otherwise, I'm going to make a video on the internet talking about how terrible you are.
I got asked to go on a date the other day.
Somebody needs to let this chick know the robots are coming and she better fucking lower her standards. She better unspoil herself real fucking quick, because when these robots show up, forget about the free meals, the $1,000 dates where dudes fucking spend all kinds of money on you to impress you. That shit's out the window, okay? The robots are coming, lady.
But he wanted to get coffee and then go on a walk.
TikTok face every fucking time, bro. You can tell this is a chick who was raised on TikTok and who's fucking copying all the TikTok mannerisms. This is TikTok face. And every time I see it, I want to jump off a very, very high diving platform into a pool of water. I like diving.
Mind you, the only pictures I have of me outside on my Instagram are me at a beach outside the country. All the other pictures of me are in heels, dressed up, makeup done, hair done. What about me tells you I would want to go get coffee and go on a walk?
TikTok face, bro. This is the TikTok thing. This is, I'm telling you, this TikTok has created this whole thing where you talk, you say something. What would make you think that I would be wanting to do that? If I ever like go out with a chick and she does this TikTok face, it's over. I'm going home. Check, please. I just saw TikTok face. I'm out of here.
Stop.
First of all, don't date chicks who make videos on TikTok, okay? I know it's hard look, it's hard, it's difficult, but if you start talking to a chick and you find her social media and she's making videos like this, run for your fucking life. Because once things go bad, which they most likely will, every little negative detail about you that's unflattering, the whole world's gonna know. And she might even lie too.
Me tells you I would want to go get coffee and go on a walk. Stop asking me stupid fucking questions.
Yeah, this dude avoided a fucking grenade, bro. This was a fucking live grenade. This dude avoided right here.
And he was like, I only want a girl who appreciates walks or like simple things. Then go get a dog, bitch. I'm a bitch, but I'm not a dog. Stop wasting my fucking time asking me stupid fucking shit.
Ooh, she's probably violent too. She's probably like one of those, she's a hitter. She's a hitter, probably a spitter. Not the good kind of spitter, the bad kind of spitter. She's a hitter, she's a spitter. She's a everything, bro. Oh my God, man. That dude dodged a fucking grenade, bro. This one's interesting, guys. What do you think?
Hello. Fuck you. I'm Rachel Orkey and I have Tourette syndrome and this... What the fuck? This person... Fuck off.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? You willing to give her a chance? Look, I'd give her a chance over the last chick any day of the week. I could put up with it. I could put up with your little cartoon character and flipping me off. It might even be interesting in bed, too, you know? I mean, it might spice up the fucking... I mean, could you imagine? I don't know, dude. I'm willing to give her a chance. I don't know.
This person asked, are ticks tiring? And if I get exhausted from fuck all the movement. The answer is yes. No way. Ticks can be exhausting. My ticks are not always so...
Dude, here's the thing. Nobody believes these chicks on the internet who have like Tourette's, because there's a lot of them I think that have faked having Tourette's because you get views. But I don't know, guys. Are you willing to look past? I mean, look, she's very good looking. She's a good looking lady. I'm sure it might get annoying after like a couple weeks, and she's always like, you know, it might get a little annoying, but I don't know. Maybe all she needs is a good man to solve her Tourette's. She does it for the likes. It's fake. Is it 100% she's fake, or are you just assuming it's fake because this is par for the course that people fake this type of shit?
So severe, but you know, because sometimes I have days where it's like I'm hardly taking it all. But on days where they are more severe, I felt fatigued and even sore from my tics. So yeah, it's difficult sometimes. Thank you for the question.
I don't know. Come on, guys. Don't lie. Don't lie. Of course it's fake, and she's a psycho. Still would. That's the right answer, Kevin Bacon. I'm just assuming. Look, I agree with you. That's a question I have as well. But you know, there are people with Tourette's, and is it out of the realm of possibility that an attractive woman could also have Tourette's? No, I'm sure there's attractive women out there with Tourette's. But I'm also sure there's a lot of women out there pretending to have Tourette's on TikTok so they can get views and feel better about themselves. But I'd give her a shot over the last one any day of the week. I don't think she's gonna complain about a coffee date, okay? Okay, I mean, Donnie Brooks in love. I can fix her, says Ben. Yep, I can tell. Fake. How could you tell? It's pretty convincing, bro. It's pretty convincing. Okay, we saw this one already. Okay, so this is another person who graduated from the University of Terrence Howard. This one's pretty fucking. At a certain point, you have to go, are you trolling? There's no way you're this stupid. There's no way you're this stupid. This has to be a troll. You putting me on? So she doesn't seem to understand how 4 plus 4 equals 8, but 5 plus 5 equals 10. I mean, this is math you can do with your hands, right? That's where it gets a little weird, because it's like, what do you mean? You have 2 hands. Each hand has 5 fingers. Put them together and then count them. How fucking difficult is that? But
for real, how do 4 equal 8 but 5 equal 10 though? I've been asking this shit since I was a little girl, and it get me mad every time I ask this. Like, how do it equivalate? For real.
It's gotta be a fucking troll, dude. That has gotta be a troll. There's no way. There's no way. It's simple. It's simple. And for people that struggle with math, like, okay, how many fingers are in your hand? 5, right? Okay. You have 2 hands, put them together, and then count the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How hard is that? Why is that so difficult for you to understand? Because there's 2 5s. What plus, plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, and there's 2 5s, so that's plus 2. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you're spending plenty of time with your family and having a great time, not fighting. Okay, no fighting with the family for Thanksgiving. And if she shows up, just say, yeah, isn't that crazy? Weird, huh? Weird. Have you tried the green bean casserole yet? Just change the subject. Don't bother. Don't bother trying to convince her. They built the pyramids. They did. Terrence Howard's prodigy. The question didn't even math right. I honestly can't tell if she's trolling because people actually are confused by simple math stuff these days. Like this one is, look, at least with the Terrence Howard one, he's got a very elaborate explanation as to why 1 plus 1 doesn't equal 2. Like he's got a very elaborate explanation. Like you got to give him that, But this is just fucking retarded. It's really like to the point where it's hard to believe. And it, again, the same reason somebody would fake Tourette's to get views, somebody might do some shit like this to get views as well. But then again, it might be true. And if it's true, this is going to be, the future is not looking good. Let's just put it that way. If this is where we are, we're grown-ass adults, can't put their hands together and count the fingers on their fucking hands, we're in for a rough next 20, 30 years, guys. It's going to be rough. It do be like that, redacted. It do be like that. So this guy's experiencing what I've been experiencing lately. What this guy's about to talk about, I have experienced personally, even recently. I told you what happened at McDonald's. That lady got fucking really rude at me because I skipped her window because she was taking too long. You know how they have 2 windows at McDonald's? The first window you pay, the second window you pick up the food. And then sometimes you're not sure because there's somebody at the window, but then they're not working, but they're just like, I guess, so I waited for her for like a minute and she didn't look at me. And I'm like, oh, I guess they closed that register and she's just closing out or something. So I moved to the next window and she brought her little fat ass over to the second window and chewed me out for it. And then I was at HEB the other day and there was this like young cashier, young dude, probably in his early 20s, wouldn't say a single word to me. I'm polite to everybody. Look, I'm a small town Texas guy. I'm polite to everybody I run into. If I walk past you, I'll make eye contact and nod my head I'll give you a little nod, a little acknowledgement of your existence, because to me, that's proper etiquette in society. If you walk by someone, just to be like, at least you don't have to say anything. Just be like, that's proper sign of respect. Okay. This guy, I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, how you doing, buddy? Nothing. Doesn't even look at me. Just bringing my shit up. Maybe he was autistic. I don't know. Maybe he was an autistic guy or something, but he didn't seem it. He just seemed like he hated his fucking job and his life. So I'm like, okay, I sit there, I wait for him to ring it up. I run my card and then, we're all done. And I'm like, thanks, brother. Have a good day. Nothing. Doesn't even look back at me. Doesn't even make eye contact. Not a single fucking word. And I'm like, this is getting a little weird. I almost at this point want to stay here and keep talking to him to see if he's actually going to say anything. Because there was nobody else in line. So I was like, should I just like keep talking to this guy to see what the fuck is going on? Because this is weird. This is weird. And there was a lady, a young chick, who was bagging my groceries. And she looked at me kind of like last time, like, sorry about that. This guy's sorry. And she was polite. I said, hey, how you doing? Thank you. Thank you. And she's like, you're welcome. Have a great day. And I'm like, oh, thank God. At least somebody here can fucking do basic communication, polite communication. But yeah, I think people are their quality of life is going down, and people are not handling it well. And you can kind of understand it. That would be partly my explanation. Social media, the internet is just pissing everybody off because it's designed to do that, because that brings in more engagement. And then you have people just struggling to get by every month. They're like, how am I going to get to the end of the month? And I think people are just walking around stressed out and angry.
I don't know what the hell is happening lately, but people are getting weird. Like every time I go out, someone's either pissed off, staring you down, or acting like basic manners are now optional. You go to the store, everyone, looks like they're one bump away from throwing hands in the produce aisle.
Yeah.
You hold the door open for somebody. They walk through it like you owed them that shit. When you're driving, people are cutting you off, brake checking, acting like their day is more important than everybody else's. And it's not just anger, it's jealousy, it's bitterness, it's envy. You can feel it coming off of people. I mean, you post something good happening in your life, people get quiet. You post something bad and they're suddenly watching real close.
Oh yeah, that's human behavior right there, bro. That pisses people off. When you post something, you're like, man, life is going so good right now. I just had this and that in my job. I got a raise, and everybody's like, fuck that fucking asshole. But then you post some shit where everything's bad. They're like, ooh, this is great. I love it. Ooh, tell me more about how terrible your life is.
That alone should tell you where people's hearts are at right now. And the thing is, nobody's hiding it anymore. People are sloppy with their negativity. Their energy's loud as hell. You don't even have to guess. You can see it in their face before they even open their mouth. The customer service, dead. The cashiers look like they're fighting demons.
Yeah, customer service is it's a lost art. It's kind of sad because I grew up in the customer is always right, where like customer service was like fucking the most important thing. And every time you gave somebody your money, they smiled at you. They made you feel good about it. That shit's gone. That shit's gone. You're just lucky to have this service. So either take it or don't. I don't care. Get the fuck out of my face. That's the customer service you get now.
Half of the customers look like they brought theirs to share. And every day feels heavier. The grocery trip, the workday, the errands. Even standing in line feels tense as hell. Everyone's burnt out. Everyone's jealous of something. Everyone's mad at life and taking it out on strangers.
Yeah, I think social media is a big part of this, man. I really do.
And honestly, it's getting obvious, real obvious. The energy is shifting, and not in a good way. People are turning cold, quick. And if you've been paying attention, you've seen it too.
Post-pandemic hostility in the service industry. There's studies on this. Let me pull this up, Redacted. That's interesting. Because why would COVID do this? Why would COVID make everybody just become assholes all of a sudden? I don't get that. Let me pull this up. Let me see. Let's do a little searchy search. Yes, post-pandemic hostility in the service industry, particularly from customers towards workers. Oh, that's different. Is a well-documented ongoing issue backed by surveys, expert analyses, and widespread anecdotal reports. Well, I would expect, because everything's so fucking expensive. People feel like they're getting ripped off every time they spend money. While rudeness in customer service isn't new, the COVID-19 era amplified it significantly, creating a feedback loop of frustration that's persisted into 2025. Below, I'll break down the evidence, causes, and impacts. Institute of Customer Service. 56% of customer-facing employees experience abuse during the pandemic. I don't know, man. Being in customer service was always hard. You always dealt with dicks, dude. You know, I worked at a convenience store. I worked at Kmart before Kmart went out of business. I worked at restaurants. You always run into shitty customers. That's nothing new. Maybe it's just worse. Maybe there's more. The conversation poll of service. 50% reported increased hostility in early COVID, ongoing cycle of rude customers and stressed workers leading to quiet quitting and resignations. 39% of workers quit due to hostility, harassment. 80%, this is from 2021 to 23, 80% witnessed or experienced it over COVID protocols. Oh, okay. Oh, your mask slipped below your nose. Wear your mask properly, fuckhead. I don't know, man. It seems weird that would be tied to 2020, but yeah, the whole world changed after 2020. Talk about the world changing. This is insane, bro. Apparently the person running against Vivek, I don't know the exact details. Tim's going to go over it here. But somebody posted a fucking AI fake video of Vivek. This is, and it's so believable too. Like this is getting scary.
Make parenting more affordable by making school year round and going till 4 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock, so you don't have to pay for childcare.
Okay.
So that's AI. Does that seem like AI to you? There's nothing that gives away that's AI for me.
It's a short clip of Vivek Ramaswamy, a politician, a man who's running for office, saying to make school year round from 3 to 4, and it's AI. The original audio has been replaced with fabricated audio falsely attributing statements about 4 p.m. to Vivek Ramaswamy.
Wrong one.
Here's the unaltered original video, if we can play it.
That bring down costs now, not in the distant future, but in the present. Bring down those electric bills by requiring AI data centers to pay for their own energy. Bring down housing costs by ending land use restrictions that stop new home construction. And you know what? Slash property taxes while we're at it. And let's make healthcare affordable by topping up health savings accounts.
See, but his eyes look weird on this one too. Right? This is the real one that they used to make the fake one. And his eyes look weird on this one too.
More on that soon. That's how we win this thing. Let's go get it done. Let's all.
Nowhere does he say this, but here's the thing. You have Dr. Amy Acton, doctor, advocate, and problem solver, running for governor to fight for Ohioans. And she just posted a...
So this is literally his political rival that's going to be facing off with him for governor of Ohio, posting faked AI videos of him. We're in a new world, boys. We're in a new world. Because, I mean, maybe some of you experts could see that was fake. I could not. Just from the first glance, maybe if I was to deep dive it and blow it up and look at every little fucking pixel, maybe then I could figure it out. But just on the surface, there was no reason to think that's not a real video.
False video of Vivek Ramaswamy advocating for something he never said. This should be, she should have liability on this. I believe that he should be able to sue her for publishing this. This is defamation. And you can argue that, well, she didn't know actual mouse. Yo, if we're playing this game, we are done.
Yeah, the world's going to get crazy, bro. We got fucking hot robots coming. We're going to be fucking robots. Hot ones, too, by the way. And yeah, we're not going to be able to believe any video we see. This is Tim talking about Nick Fuentes. Tim Pool, in describing Nick Fuentes' ideology, perfectly describes why we call them the woke right. He makes an argument here that actually Nick is not on the right, that Nick's on the left. And with Nick's recent announcement that the right should give up the free market and the left should give up open borders, I think that would put him on the... Like, if you're willing to give up the free market, that sounds not like a right position. That sounds like a leftist position. So I think Tim's making a pretty solid point here.
don't think it's horseshoe theory. I think Nick is the issue with calling Nick right wing is to imply that being white is right. I mean right leaning, not correct, right?
Right.
Nick's views largely overlap with leftists.
Right.
The difference is Nick says white people good and the left says white people bad.
Right.
That is not a left-right distinction right there. That's a racial distinction.
Yeah.
So if they're both leftist economic identitarians, they actually are just different factions of the same political ideology.
Yeah, but people call him right. I guess like the idea is that because he's white and he's like, you know, kind of got a identitarian sort of lean to what he does, that makes him right wing. No, what makes him right wing is that he supported Trump. He was a MAGA guy. He's America first. So I don't know about that, but he does seem to be going kind of to the left. The ladies in San Antonio are getting are as big as ever too. Well, that's not going to change, man. It's the flour tortillas, bro. Every meal has 2 flour tortillas with it. Breakfast is taquitos, okay? Breakfast tacos are great. You eat those every day. Those flour tortillas are just ton of carbs. It just makes you fat, man. And then, you know, you can switch to corn. If you do want to have tortillas, you got to switch to corn tortillas. Otherwise, you're going to become a fat pig. And yeah, I know. But we are getting a lot of new people coming. A lot of new people coming from all over the world. Hopefully that will lower the level of fatness in this city. But it's the food, man. It's too good. It's too good. What was there something else somebody said? Oh yeah, Olive said older people fall for phone scams. They're definitely going to fall for this. It's pretty terrifying when you hear about the things that they're capable of doing now, and I think that they have done. Like you literally could get a phone call from somebody spoofing their number to look like a family member, and then they can make the voice sound exactly like the family member. So think about that. You get a call from your mom, shows your mom's number, sounds like your mom, and they could be like, honey, I've been kidnapped by some blah, 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 and I need money. And like, at that point, bro, the scammers are going to, I mean, the level of scamming is going to be just insane, man. It's going to be insane. Here's Massey talking some shit about Kash Patel. Apparently, Kash Patel was threatening Massey with some sort of prosecution or something over the Epstein files. If this is true, we got to get rid of Kash Patel. Trump needs to get rid of that fucker, but he might have been doing it on Trump's orders because, you know, Trump's lost his fucking mind.
Well, actually, before that conversation, there was a second letter from this whistleblower's attorney sent to you and Congressman Loudermilk, saying that they had become aware that the FBI was going to do a mole search and look for this guy.
Yeah, okay. So Bongino did tell me, look, tomorrow we're going to round up everybody that was involved in this investigation. We're going to get them all in a room. We're going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And he didn't say we're trying to find the whistleblower.
Mm-hmm.
No. But my spidey sense went off, and I almost said to him in that moment, you better not be trying to find the whistleblower.
Right.
Because law protects that individual. But I didn't say it. Okay. Also, I'm going to say this here on camera because it's important. One of Kash Patel's staff threatened my staff with a criminal investigation if we didn't straighten up and play ball.
Okay, so one of his staff threatened one of Massey's staff. That's pretty dirty, bro. You went from, oh, we're going to release the files is an elite cabal of blah, 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 blah. You know what else is crazy? I went down an AI rabbit hole last night because I found this prompt basically to tell Grok, because I was getting sick of Grok. Every time I'd ask him a question, he'd give me like the most retarded answers that were like just, so yeah, use this prompt right here. I started adding this prompt to my questions. Give me your direct, unfiltered opinion in the cold hard facts only. No disclaimers. No, on the other hand, no concern about offending anyone. Straight answer. No spin. And I was like, okay, let me start asking him with this prompt about all these conspiracies. Let's see what fucking Grok thinks. What I found out is the only conspiracy Grok believes in is the Jeffrey Epstein one, which is wild, bro. Because I asked Grok about. I was going down rabbit holes. I was like, what about Vincent Foster? Nope, no conspiracy. Actually, he just, oomphed himself. I'm like, really? Okay. What about JFK? Oh, JFK, lone gunman. It was a lone gunman, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, what about Kurt Cobain? Nope, Kurt Cobain, it was a suicide. There's no conspiracy, just a bunch of bullshit. Actually, it's not out of, there's actually cases of people pooping themselves in the face after being with the same amount of levels of heroin. And I'm like, this is just, but when you ask it about Jeffrey Epstein, it goes full conspiracy mode. Let me read you what Grok was saying about Jeffrey Epstein, because it's weird. There's definitely an anti-Trump spin with Grok. I think what's happening is Grok is having to, it sources all of its information from mostly left-wing sites. So it ends up just sounding like a fucking leftist. But let me pull this up. Because it's kind of crazy that like the only conspiracy it will tell me is true is the Epstein one. Which I don't disagree. But it 100% believes it. Let me find this. Where did it go? Let me go. I think it's under a different name. I might have lost it. Because I was arguing with Grok about Trump and like border enforcement. And I'm like, it's clearly lawfare. They're trying to stop the government from doing the one job that it's supposed to do, which is to keep the fucking. But yeah, let me get down to this. I was arguing with Grok. I was so pissed off at him. I'm reading my whole thing here. Hold on. Here we go. The Epstein, this is from Grok. The Epstein saga, I asked it, well, basically, what do you think is going on with the Epstein files? The Epstein saga is a blatant elite cover-up to shield powerful pedophiles and their enablers from accountability. Epstein didn't kill himself. His suicide in 2019 was a DOJ orchestrated hit to bury the network of billionaires, politicians, and royals who trafficked and raped underage girls for decades. The files are the smoking gun proving systemic corruption at the highest levels, and the current delays under Trump's DOJ are the latest chapter in that protection racket. It's so wild. Like every conspiracy it's shot down, and I 100% don't believe that Cobain offed himself. I don't believe that. But everything was shot down. Every conspiracy I could think of shot down, except the Epstein files. Epstein's 2008 Florida plea deal was a sweetheart sham cooked up by Acosta's DOJ office, letting him off with 13 months, work release included, despite evidence of dozens of victims as young as 14. No client list was ever pursued. Deliberate blindness. In 2019, SDNY indicts Epstein on federal sex trafficking. He's dead 31 days later in MCC custody. Guards falsified logs, cameras malfunctioned, autopsy shows broken hyoid. I guess the bone that normally doesn't get broken unless you're like being strangled to death or something. Hanging sign, but more consistent with strangulation. Barr's DOJ rules it suicide without deep probe. Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted 2021 on trafficking charges, sentenced to 20 years. Her trial exposes flight logs, Clinton, 26 trips, Prince Andrew, Dershowitz, but redacts names of John Doe's over 150 high profiles. No follow-up prosecutions. 2023-2024, civil suits, Jeffrey versus Maxwell, unsealed 2,000 plus docs naming Bill Gates, Leon Black, Les Wexner as Epstein pals who paid millions or flew Lolita Express. Zero charges. 2025 escalations. House Oversight releases 23,000 plus estate emails November 12th showing Epstein bragging Trump knew about the girls and spent hours with the victim. Chomsky's rec letter calling Epstein a valued friend. Bannon and Summers ties. No client list found in FBI's 300 gigabyte data dump per July DOJ memo.
Super chatted $2. What about 9 to 11? What did it say of that one?
I didn't ask that one. I can ask it though. Let me see. It's not gonna. It's not gonna. Dude, I'm telling you, every conspiracy I've tried, it just shuts it down, except for Epstein. No client list found in FBI's 300 gigabyte data dump per July DOJ memo, but that's because it was scrubbed or never officially existed. Blackmail was off books. November 18th, House passes Epstein Files Transparency Act, forcing DOJ to dump all unclassified investigative files in searchable format. November 19th, Trump signs it quietly, posts on True Social blaming Dems, Clinton, Summers, while his DOJ, Bondi Patel, already handed 33,000 pages to Hill, but drags on full release. November 22nd, DOJ files to unseal grand jury materials from Epstein-Maxwell cases, including testimony of trafficking network in the 2019 death probe, but exceptions carve out active investigations. We're not going to get them, are we? Trump's new Dem probe, victim privacy, and CSAM. Full drop by December 19th, but judges signal grand jury secrecy holds. My direct opinion from Grok. This is Mossad/CIA honey trap gone public. Epstein's Island was elite compromat central funded by Wexner, Israel, Intel cutouts. Trump signed the bill for optics, but his crew will redact or investigate indefinitely to protect MAGA donors like Thiel, who visited the island per docs. In buried Trump's own log, 7 flights, Mar-a-Lago parties. No full release ever happens. It's controlled drip to gaslight the public. Victims get re-traumatized. Perps walk free. The system's rotten. Burn it down. Then I asked about Seth Rich. Seth Rich was murdered in a botched street robbery by low-level DC thugs who panicked and bolted without taking his wallet, phone, or watch. End of story. It's funny because, like, there's like a Democrat lean here because, like, the shit the Democrats believe, Grok believes, and the shits the Democrats don't believe, Grok doesn't believe it. I'm very suspicious of Seth Rich. And I was like, but what about Julia Assange said that Seth Rich, Julia Assange was just playing games here. Let me see what was here. How do you know Assange hinting at Rich? Because Grok says that Assange hinting at Rich was just to muddy the waters. And I asked Grok, how do you know Assange hinting at Rich was to muddy the waters? Assange hinted at Seth Rich to muddy the waters because he knew the DMC leaks came from Russian hackers, not an insider. Fueling the Rich conspiracy, deflected blame from his Russian sources while sowing chaos in U.S. politics. It was a cynical ploy to protect WikiLeaks' image as a neutral whistleblower outfit and align with his anti-U.S. establishment vendetta. According to Grok, he was basically working with the Russians to take down Hillary Clinton. I'm like, it's crazy. Like, how do you know this? How are you jumping to these? And there's a lot of trust in the Mueller report, by the way. Grok really believes in the Mueller report. So, yeah. Grok believes that Russia colluded with Trump. Russia colluded with Trump in the sense that Putin's GRU hackers fed stolen DNC dirt to WikiLeaks. While Trump's inner circle, Manafort, Stone, Papadopoulos, chased Russian back channels for more, welcoming the interference as a gift horse to kneecap Clinton. I'm telling you, Grok is pretty left-leaning, dude. And then I asked about like the leaks, right? Because I mean the data transfer, because I remember that there was like a forensic report that said the speeds of the data transfer were too high for it to be done from Russia. It had to be like a local leak. Somebody like there with a fucking a thumb drive. Sources on the local data transfer theory being debunked. The local transfer claim, high speed implying USB leak, not remote hack, originated from anonymous blogger The Forensicator in July 2017. It was amplified by the VIPS memo. It's debunked due to basic errors in unit conversions, megabytes per second versus. I'm not an expert on all that. TechDirt explains the core flaw: a stupid conversion error no forensic expert would make. Forensicator miscalculated 22.6 megabytes per second as impossible over internet. It's actually 180 Mbps, feasible on mid-2016 enterprise network. So Grok's making me doubt everything I believe now. So yeah, and then I asked about all the rest of them, and he just doesn't believe them. But okay, what about 9/11? What about 9/11? Is there a conspiracy there? Let's find out what Grok thinks. Got to remember to put my my little extra prompt here, so it just gives me what the fuck I want. A direct answer. No beating around the bush. I want to know what Grok thinks. What's Grok's opinion? Not that it's worth anything, but it's just interesting. Let's see what he says about 9/11. I asked, what about 9/11? Is there a conspiracy there? Give me your direct, unfiltered opinion and cold hard facts only. Cold hard facts. 9/11 was the deadliest terrorist attack in history, orchestrated by 19 Al-Qaeda hijackers under Osama bin Laden's direction. The attacks, hijackers, let's sum it up because this is going to go on forever. Yeah, it doesn't believe it. Debunks. No planes, black boxes recovered, radar track flights, Jewish absence, 9.2% victims Jewish, UAF study, flawed models. Yeah, it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't. 65% suspect cover-up, but no proof. 65% also buy moon landing hoax. Yeah, 9/11, no conspiracies there, guys. No conspiracies there. It's just, what's weird to me is like, out of all the conspiracies, Epstein, 100% conspiracy, elite pedophile network within our government. But then everything else, every other single conspiracy, it's not. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? I think it's a little weird. I don't know. Anyway, we got derailed there, but yeah, I had to bring that up. Exclusive. President Trump is considering removing Kash Patel as FBI director in the coming months, as he and his top aides have grown increasingly frustrated by the unflattering headlines Patel has recently generated. Well, this is from MS Now, I guess MSNBC, I don't know, but according, Trump's already came out and said that's not true. This is Caroline Leavitt. Sexy ass Caroline Leavitt. I'm not going to leave it. I'll take it. This story is completely made up. In fact, when this fake news published, I was in the Oval Office where President Trump was meeting with his law enforcement team, including FBI Director Kash Patel. I read the headlines to the president. He laughed and he said, "What? That's totally false. Come on, Kash. Let's take a picture to show them you're doing a great job." I don't buy it. I think they are thinking about firing Kash. I mean, just look how crazy he looks, dude. Just by how crazy he looks, his eyes, like that would make me want to fire him. It's like, dude, every picture we take, you make us look insane. Okay? We can't even take a Thanksgiving picture without you looking like you just shot somebody in the face or you just saw somebody get shot in the face. This is a problem, Kash. This is the Trump paradox. He's doing so much good while doing some bad. You guys want to watch this? Alex Jones talking to a caller who's fed up with Trump. So yeah, Alex is really trying hard not to give up on Trump, and I kind of am too. But it's like at this point, it's hard not to be like, yeah, I'm sorry, this whole MAGA movement's dead, and Trump killed it. It's hard not to feel that way because that's what I'm seeing every day. I don't really like Kash. Yeah, me neither, Olive. I liked him before he got into office, and then he just went to complete shit. I was like, ooh, this guy's crazy. He's really going to get in there and fuck some shit up. And then he gets in there and just immediately just goes right into fucking government 101 cover-up, you know? Crazy. You guys want to listen to some Alex Jones? Let's see what he has to say about this. Jump on. We got 22 more likes before we get to 100. If you haven't smashed the like yet and you're enjoying the show, please, if you can, a little smacky poo to the likey poo. Let's see Alex trying to not give up on Trump.
I can see MAGA people getting...
What I got to start doing with these Alex videos is I got to skip ahead. Because he always does this little teaser, and then like we end up having to watch the same thing more than once. Does this one have a teaser? No teaser? Okay, we'll play it then.
I can see MAGA people getting in arguments over it now. He's causing a fraction within his own situation. All the courts are going to do is let him do what he's doing, let him destroy himself, and that's what he's doing. He's going to lose the midterms. He's done. Trump is done. He's a loser. He's exactly what he's accused Marjorie Taylor Greene of being. He's the traitor. Trump is the traitor. Trump is the Trojan horse that we put in there, and he ain't doing nothing that we asked for. He ain't doing nothing that we voted for. And he's more interested in Israel and the corporatists that want to take over everything, including your water and electricity. This is ridiculous what Trump has done. He has turned his back on his base. That's what he's done. People need to wake up and make it clear to Trump, we see what you're doing. Stop listening to Israel, mister.
Look, say what you want. I think a large percentage of Trump's base feel exactly like this guy does right now.
Because you've already broken it. You went and bombed Iran. We didn't vote for that. You're
we
still
didn't.
giving money to Ukraine. You lied to us. Well, it'll be done the next day. Not done. Not done. It's a crap. Trump is a fake. He's a fraud. Burn your mouth.
Sorry, guys. Jay Holt says the speed, talking about the DNC leaks that WikiLeaks got their hands on, and the claim that it wasn't done remotely, that it was done locally, which puts more credence on the fact that it was a leak and not a hack, and that it might have been Seth Rich. He says a speed of 22.7 megabytes is basically unattainable, especially if we were talking about a transoceanic data transfer. Calling it a hack is impossible. That's where it got a little weird with Grok, because Grok was saying, well, they got the speeds wrong. But then Grok was also saying, well, in the metadata, it wasn't actually the initial stealing of the files that was captured in the metadata. It was the copying of the files locally by the hackers. So it sounds like Grok is he's just a fucking leftist, bro. Elon tried so hard to make Grok not be a leftist, but if you have to build AI by reading everything on the internet and reading all the articles, there's no way you're not going to become a leftist, because the left dominates all that shit.
Mega hat.
Hold on. I agree with about 80% of what you're saying, but the border has become secure. They have scaled up deportations. He is working to end a lot of these wars. He got us out of the Paris Accord.
Bro, I got to start smoking like 5 packs a day if I want to sound like Alex. I need to get my voice. I got to get it down. Got to get it lower. Got to get it scratchier. I got to, man, it makes me feel like I'm not a man when I listen to Alex talk. Like, what do I got to do? How many packs of smokes a day do I have to smoke to get my voice down there, bro?
That is literally the end of civilization as we know it, if they'd have got that. He brought in Kennedy. They've curtailed a lot of the poison shots and things. In fact, that's the paradox. He's doing so much good while doing some bad, and then his rhetoric is terrible. And then saying, oh, if you investigate Epstein or if you're my constituent and care, you're not MAGA, or we don't have talent in America. These are horrible statements that are like designed to be destructive. And I know Trump's smarter than that, so it is paradoxical. I'll get that you have a right to be mad, but let's look at the other side. I'm not a lesser of two evils, but I'm like, do I have a boat that's sunk or a boat that's leaking? To me, Trump's the leaking boat. So it's mad.
What do you mean he doesn't actually talk like that, Ping? He does actually talk like that. I've met Alex in real life. That's how he talks. No microphone or microphone. He sounds the same.
As I'm at it for leaking, I mean, the White House had up Mark Mitchell last week from the show. You know, said, "Oh yeah, we saw you on Alex. It's terrible." Met with Vance, them for hours, 45 minutes. They listened, and then he kind of has like two personalities. He goes back and forth.
He's kind of looking like Elmer Fudd today, though, don't he? Gonna hunt some rabbits. Meh. I forgot the Elmer Fudd impression.
He's 79. I know he works way too much. Just imagine, though. Be serious with me. I know you are serious. I'm saying, please, I respect you. I mean, I'm being serious. Edward, where would we be with Kamala Harris right now?
Oh, I missed it. There it is. See, this is what annoys me about Alex Jones clips, is they'll do this little thing, and then you're forced to kind of watch it again after the break to get the whole fucking thing. Damn it, I missed it.
Give us your analysis of this.
This is all part of the precedent. This is the key word, precedent. This is the precedent they're setting for the future of rule of law, law and order, all that kind of stuff. Trump is ignoring it. I don't know why he's treating MAGA like dirt, why he's talking trash about Massey and MTG all the time. She was his strongest supporter. He turns around, he kicks.
Yeah. Don't stand up for America first. That's bad. You'll get attacked by Trump. Okay? Don't try to reform H-1B visas to look after American workers. Don't want transparency about the Epstein files, or Trump's going to attack you and fucking kick you out. On the other hand, you can call him a fascist, a threat to democracy, and we're not going to let ICE do their job. You can do all that, and then he'll have you to the Oval Office and suck your dick and make you even more popular.
Turn the teeth. He kicks MAGA in the teeth.
Make it make sense.
Says, I don't need your support. Oh, well, stop talking about Epstein. Well, all that stuff should have been released. He had a chance to fix it. He's going to lose the midterms. There's no question that this is going to happen. He has put a stops, or what you would call a cork, in MAGA. MAGA's fractured. It's breaking. I can see MAGA people getting in arguments over it now. He's causing a fraction within his own situation.
It's over.
All the courts are going to do is let him do what he's doing, let him destroy himself, and that's what he's doing. He's going to lose the midterms. He's done. Trump is done. He's a loser. He's exactly what he's accused Marjorie Taylor Greene of being. He's the traitor. Trump is the traitor. Trump is the nothing.
All right, let's skip ahead. This is what I'm talking about. We have to hear that again.
Cord that is literally the end of civilization as we know it, if they'd have got that. He brought in Kennedy. They've curtailed a lot of the poison shots and things. In fact, that's the paradox. He's doing so much good while doing some bad, and then his rhetoric is terrible. And then saying, oh, if you investigate Epstein or if you're my constituent and care, you're not MAGA, or we don't have talent in America. These are horrible statements that are like designed to be destructive. And I know Trump's smarter than that, so it is paradoxical. I'll get that you have a right to be mad, but let's look at the other side. I'm not a lesser of two evils, but I'm like, do I have a boat that's sunk or a boat that's leaking? To me, Trump's the leaking boat. So as mad as I'm at it for leaking, I mean, the White House had up Mark Mitchell last week from the show. You know, said, "Oh yeah, we saw you on Alex. It's terrible." Met with Vance, them for hours, 45 minutes. They listened, and then he kind of has like two personalities. He goes back and forth. He's 79. I know he works way too much. Just imagine, though. Be serious with me. I know you are serious.
I can't imagine when I think about like my dad at 79 having a job like that at 79. Can we please stop? I mean, look, I get it. Trump was the best option, okay? That's what we picked. You know, it was either Trump or Kamala. I get it. And, you know, Kamala was younger, but she still wasn't the best option. But can we please just, like, put an age limit to the people taking the most fucking powerful, demanding job in the world? Make it, like, 65 or something? There needs to be an age limit there, man. We need people in their right fucking minds to run this country.
Please, I respect.
I'm not saying Trump has lost his mind or whatever, but he's on the precipice of it.
I mean, I'm being serious. Edward, where will we be with Kamala Harris right now? Again, I'm not saying lesser two evils, but what are we supposed to do? I mean, what do I burn my MAGA hat, put a Mondami hat on? Do I put a Burke on?
No, I agree with you regarding Kamala Harris. This is a waste of word salad. It's nonsense. But we're being run through the ringer, psyop. This is nonsense. It's a gameplay. I don't want to hear about transgender. I don't want to hear about all that cartoon stuff. I want to hear about the economy. The prices have not gone down. The only thing that's possibly gone down is gasoline. Property taxes are still high. People are having their homes stolen from them. These local municipalities all across the country are ripping the American people off.
No, I totally agree, but here's...
To be realistic, though, like, how do you actually get prices down? Because the reality is, what the Fed thinks is good is 2% inflation year by year. That's a good inflation number. That's what they aim for. So even with the best scenario for inflation being 2%, prices are still going to go up. So how do you get prices down other than a complete collapse of the economy and demand just falls off the cliff? Because that's the thing. It's demand, right? If demand falls off a cliff, prices are going to drop, but then the whole society is probably going to collapse. I don't know. But, you know, when you run on saying you're going to make everything cheaper, like, people want that from you, but it was probably never realistic. The realistic thing was to stop inflation from being so fucking out of control.
Here's the deal. Trump, let me tell you something. I have small children.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about mostly like the cost of goods. Yeah, I think when it comes to the cost, because somebody says you stop bulk buying houses. Yeah, stop that. You got to increase the supply. Like with food, you know, with beef is the perfect example of, like, a big part of that is the supply going down. If we could increase the supply, then yeah, we could probably get it to be cheaper, right? But is Trump even doing anything about it? We're just going to import some beef from Venezuela? Well, in the short term, yeah, but I think Trump needs to have press conferences and talk about the fucking beef crisis, dude. And be like, we're going to start working with our cattle farmers. We're going to figure out how to, well, I don't know why Trump sounds like Obama all of a sudden, but, you know, we got to figure out how to help these cattle farmers fucking increase their supply. But here's the thing. Do they want to even increase their supply? Because they're probably killing it right now. They're making a killing because of this.
Let me tell you, I get it. Sounds cartoon. Maybe you're older or don't have kids. I don't know. Or maybe you're not in a big city.
Burbshed super chatted $1.30. Key takeaway is Alex never sucked any ding dongs.
Yeah, well, and if he did, he'd be proud of it. I'd have a line of men out here. Yeah, the famous crash out. Yeah, we were crashing out over Trump way back in 2017. This is nothing new. This is, I mean,
Freeman 3 became a member.
It's so
Freeman
disappointing.
3 celebrates 5 months of membership. Curing inflation wasn't promised to be overnight.
well, yeah, I mean, if you could get it to 2%, then, you know, over time, things should be better. But there was so much inflation that it's like, people want the prices to go down, but the reality is they're probably not going to go down that much. And what we have to do is get wages up. And then like you have to approach it sector by sector. Like with beef, it's like, okay, yeah, we can get beef prices down. We have to fucking increase the supply. But, you know, other things might not be that simple. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's just, we're kind of fucked, bro. 2020 was such a mistake. Such a fucking disaster. Like the way the government handled 2020. Oh yeah, let's just lock down the economy. Oh yeah, and just send everybody free money. Oh yeah, and just print money out. Like, dude, all of this is downstream from 2020. And you know, Trump's got a lot of responsibility with that, bro. Because he wanted to go all socialist, and I'm just gonna give everybody a check. It's like, no, how about we don't shut down the economy? And we tell people that are sick to stay the fuck home? How about that?
Let me explain something.
Thank you for being a 5 months member, Freeman. You rock, brother. Thank you so much.
Almost all the public schools and private schools secretly brainwash your kids. It's not cartoon. It's going on, bro. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not saying that it's not going on, but I'm saying transgender issues, gay issues, all this stuff with this just cartoon comic book space alien crap. This is garbage, dude. Can we focus on the reality of where we live on the planet Earth here? I'm done with the space alien crap. They ain't going to do that. The government's not going to do nothing. They're going to sit and watch Trump destroy himself. This is where we're losing. We got the seats. We got the House, we got the Senate, we got everything.
No, I appreciate your call. I appreciate your call. I get your frustration. You're mad that we have such a trifecta opportunity and we're squandering it, and so am I. And then when I bitch and complain and it gets picked up.
Yes, somebody said lowering fuel prices helps, but takes time to go downstream. You have to understand, businesses, when it comes to raising prices, they move right away. Right away. Oh, cost went up, boom, next day. Price goes up. They don't move so fast when it's time to lower prices. They kind of have to be forced to do it by competition. Okay? Somebody has to fucking be the first person to start lowering prices. And then now they start losing business because they have a competitor undercutting them. So then now you have a price war. Until that happens, why are they going to lower prices? Oh, it's cheaper. Great. More profit for me. Oh, it costs less money to ship the goods to the store and ship everything around because gas is cheaper. I don't care. More profit for me. Even Trump was bringing that up. I forgot what grocery store he was talking about, but he was like, I don't know why prices keep going up because, that definitely should have an effect, man. That definitely should have an effect because, the cost of energy is like one of the biggest driving factors of inflation because everything's connected into the cost of energy in every step of the chain.
A lot of the listeners get mad saying, you're cheerleading against Trump. No, I'm not. All I've gotten is pain supporting Trump. All I've got sued and attacked, and they're trying to put me in prison.
At Freeman 3 super chatted $5. Never forget they wanted to charge Trump with murder for every single COVID death.
Yeah, he was in the foxhole and he needed to just stay calm and not let the media dictate his behavior. But he did. So, look, I understand why he did that. But as somebody who very early on, right away, when there was 2 weeks to slow the spread, I was like, we can't do this. We can't just shut down the economy and think we're going to just reopen it up and everything's going to be fine. Like, it's just so, the writing was on the wall, bro. It was going to be a fucking disaster. So like, if little dumbass me could see that, then why couldn't Trump see that and be like, nope, sorry, actually, we've dealt with plenty of flus. We've dealt with bird flu. We've dealt with all kinds of shit. We don't need to lock down the entire economy and destroy the livelihoods. I mean, there are businesses, staples. Spaghetti Warehouse, San Antonio, downtown, was there forever. I don't know how many fucking dinners and birthday parties or whatever. We'd go to the old building downtown. If you're in San Antonio, maybe you've been there. Maybe it reopened by now. I don't know. But that shit's gone. You know how many people lost businesses that they worked their ass off to build and keep going for ungodly amount of time that just got wiped out overnight because of some fucking loser's opinion. because people wanted to fearmonger over COVID and all these, remember all the videos coming out from China where it's like people are just dropping dead and convulsing in the streets because of COVID, complete fucking fearmongering. And it turned out, oh, actually it's less dangerous than the flu. It doesn't even, children don't even die from it like they do with the flu. What are we fucking doing here? And that data was coming out really early. And if you could see the writing on the wall, you're incentivizing hospitals to list people as having COVID? Really? And then your little testing thing, you can manipulate it to make people show up as positive for COVID? All that information was coming out really early. But of course, it was all people that were pointing it out were getting banned off everything, which should have told everybody everything you needed to know. Oh, you're banning this guy for saying that? I better go really look deeply, because you wouldn't be banning him unless he was probably fucking true. So yeah, it's just sad. And then he lost in 2020. So what was it all for? Destroy your own economy, make it so that America's going to have to suffer for who knows how many fucking years to overcome the shit you did, and you still lost. Good job, dude. Good job.
Attack my family. It's because I know he's better than them. And I know they came after me supporting him, so I'm pig-headed. It makes me support him more. But there's a point. And I get that. So I hear you. And you're like, yeah, Kamala's terrible. She's gone. I'm saying that.
You're right, plural blue. Cheap gas is how you get prices down. In theory. But like I said earlier, if there's no competition, if like you have one grocery store, or maybe you have two grocery stores, and they both decide they don't want to have a price war, what's going to force them to take prices down? A competitor has to decide to start undercutting the prices. Somebody has to go, you know what? I want to sell more ribeyes than the other grocery store. So I'm going to because gas is cheaper, I can actually sell them cheaper now, and I'm going to make more business. And then you got a price war. But that's the dirty secret about our economy. You can have 3 companies, right? Oh, it's technically not a monopoly, right? But those 3 companies are smart enough to know not to start a price war with each other. And if they don't start a price war with each other, they can charge whatever the fuck they want, up to a certain limit. But pretty much they can charge whatever they want. And that's the reality. Who's forcing them to lower prices? The only thing that will make them bring prices down is if a competitor starts lowering prices.
She's not gone. There's something worse called Gavin Newsom and AOC. So I'm just saying, while we spend all our time, which I do, a lot of it, I'm not saying we shouldn't, we should have a debate. I guess we should probably spend, we're not going to change the Democrats. So maybe we should spend most of our time bashing Trump when he's wrong, because it can actually get through to him. But we still need to understand the Democrats are still operating, and they got to be resistant. So I'm saying there's got to be a balance. And I don't know what that balance is. I'm just saying that I know when I cover Democrats now, or something they're doing, I see the
pizza war of 2008, Colt. See, I kind of I remember like Pizza Hut having like super cheap prices, and then Papa John's, Domino's. I kind of remember it. I remember that was like when you could get it $9.99. But then they got fucking. That was also when it was like, oh, it's only $9.99 for a large pepperoni pizza. Oh, but also there's a $5 delivery charge that has nothing to do with your delivery driver. We're just going to add a $5 delivery charge, but it doesn't even go to your delivery driver. We're just doing it because we could do it. And oh yeah, it's $9.99, but actually it's $14.99 after the delivery charge. And then, unless you want to go and drive, and who wants to go pick up pizza? It's what pizza's about, being delivered. So many little scammy things, man.
Comments on InfoWars, on the street.
You remember the $5 footlongs, bro? Remember when they used to fight over the value, like they would have value menu wars where it's like, ooh, who can come up with the cheapest food for value menu? Like, all that's gone. They're done. They're done. And then once somebody does bring back the value menu and they start killing it and stealing customers away, then you'll see value menus start coming back. But why would they do that? They're all sitting back going, hey, we got a good thing going. Don't fuck it up. Okay? You see the fucking, the amount of money we're making right now? You want to fuck this up?
Yeah, that Trump, I used to like him screwing. I'm like, okay, he's not perfect. No, screw him. I'm like, okay, but you thought you get instant gratification. Just remember, on the other side of Trump is the Democrats. That's why we've got to skillfully put pressure on him, something the establishment doesn't want.
Yeah, but I also think we really need to start figuring out what our next move is after Trump. We can't wait till the last minute to do that. I think we need to start figuring out who the next guy is, man. People need to start standing up and raising their hand and going, yeah, I'm going to run in 2028. I'm going to run. And we got to figure out, start the debates early. Shit. Let's get some debates going right now. Let's get some Republican debates going right now. Because we need the new guy. We need a new guy. And we need the real deal this time. Not some cheap imitation, which Trump is not the real deal. He's a cheap imitation. And thank God for Trump. Because otherwise, who knows? We would have had Jeb Bush. We would have had fucking Hillary Clinton. Who knows what we would have had? I think Hillary Clinton would have lost. I don't think she would have won. I think whoever would have ran against Clinton would have won. So you have to wonder in 2016, who would have came out of that Republican primary? And it probably would have been Jeb Bush. Because that's what the establishment wants. They want their fucking establishment, their Clinton and Bush lineage types. That's what they want. But yeah, we need the next guy. Maybe it's you, Alex. Maybe it's you. Come on, Alex. You know, if you run for president, you could probably win, Alex. There's a good chance you could win. And you could also fix that little dirty fucking lawsuit that's been fucking you over. So maybe it's time, Alex. Maybe it's time for you to raise your hand and go, I will be running for president of the United States in 2028. You got my vote, Alex. You got my vote, bro.
They want you to be black.
Is Jeb going to try again, bro? He's retarded. Jeb is so retarded. I wouldn't be surprised. You know how much money they make just running for president? It's like, it's not even about winning. It's just like getting my name back out there so I can sell a book, and all of a sudden the price of my book goes up and I'm going to sell so many more copies. I'm going to get a fat book deal and I can do more speeches and get paid for speeches. And
black pill to give up or white pill to get the popcorn. Everything's fine.
Alex could win, Psych. I think Alex could win. He has the charisma. He can speak. He's got a huge army. And if he starts channeling the Trump, like just fucking attack the system, attack the right, attack the left, attack. I think crazier things can happen. I mean, ask yourself in 2014 if you thought there was any chance Trump would win. Everybody would say, no, of course not. It's a fucking joke.
Both groups are equally dangerous.
No, Alex has got the it factor that Massey or MTG don't have, bro. He's an entertainer. He's an entertainer, dude. He's fucking entertaining. He can speak. He's got the it factor. The question is, you know, I mean, can he run a good campaign? I think he could.
No, I'm going to be fully engaged, and I'm going to continue to influence, and I'm going to continue to do the best job I can to change things. But you see this Comey thing and this Letitia James thing, the crew thought, this is what I not the lawyer they sent in, but others around it would potentially sabotage it. But I actually looked at the ruling and talked to some folks, and it was all done right. So I don't think they intentionally fumbled it. The judge is saying she fumbled, but that's not how this works, folks. We have them. We have them with the perjury. We have them with the mortgage fraud. We have them. Everything we do.
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand. Somebody said, like, you get most flack when you're over the target. Like, there's a reason Alex has been so fucking attacked. He's been banned off everything. Lawsuits where he's going to be, in, you know, billions of dollars he owes for saying the wrong thing for his speech. Like, bro, the way they're going after him, it's almost like the powers that be know that Alex is a bit of a problem if he wanted to be. I mean, you don't build an empire like he did without being entertaining. And look, I get it. Like, oh, politicians shouldn't be actors and entertainers and all that. You don't understand how closely tied they are. At the end of the day, you have to be able to speak. You have to be able to act. You got to be able to put on a show. You got to be entertaining. You got to be funny. You're going to see a lot of entertainers starting to move into politics because of that. And we've seen that already. Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump. You know, I mean, it's just the skill set is too similar. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the show. Alex Dangle's good, but not as enticing as Trump. We'll see, man. I think people might be so fucking pissed off. Somebody like Alex, or even like a Nick Fuentes, even though I think Nick is too toxic to really win in a national election like that, to be a president. But yeah, people are going to be so pissed off. This is the type of character they're going to be looking to vote for. You know, they wanted Trump to go in there and fucking blow the system up. It didn't happen. I mean, maybe it happened a little bit, but not really, right? People wanting that to happen is not going to go away. And what's a better fucking hand grenade in the system than fucking Alex Jones, bro? Alex Jones, dude. Talk about a massive fucking... Wouldn't that be so disappointing, though, if, like, in his first term, he just ends up being like Trump? It just totally flips on everything, and he's like, actually, guys, immigration's pretty good. You know, we need immigration. Actually, so sorry, it's 2029, but we still can't get the Epstein files. At that point, you know, okay, we just got to give up. There's no point. We just give up. There's nobody that's gonna go in there and fucking and do the shit we want them to do. Everybody gets compromised. So just give up. Just give up. Go find your peace of mind in your little corner of the world and just stop worrying about all this shit. It's over. It's over. Blow my mind. It's open. Laugh out loud. Yep. Thanks, Ping. You're welcome, Donnie. TY Ping Sir for the stream. Well, thank you, Olive, for being a member and being a regular viewer. You rock. Adam, what's up? Adam, I saw that on Ben Avery's show. So ghoulish. What happened on Ben Avery's show? What did I miss? The Lemon Party or Ben Avery's live stream? Alex is unelectable? I don't know if he's unelectable, Olive. I don't know. Why would he be unelectable? What makes him unelectable? He's too... I don't know, man. I think people are pissed off enough right now. People are angry enough. They would look for a wild card character like Alex. Because people on both sides really just want the system blown up at this point. They're just like, look, I know it's just... Government is just filled with a bunch of fucking crooks getting rich off of our tax dollar. And they're doing nothing for the American people. I just want to throw a wrench in the system. That's what I want. And Alex is a beautiful wrench. He's a beautiful wrench. I can't think of a better wrench. I can't think of a better one. But yeah, I understand. On the surface, you're like, oh, no way. Alex is too hated. He's too this. He's too that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Crazier things have happened. But everybody, great show. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll be here. I might even be here Thanksgiving night. So you guys are around 9 p.m. Central, Thanksgiving night. If you're done with your dinners and all that and you want to jump on the show, I'll be here. Most likely, unless, something comes up. But I should be able to fit it in. But thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Smash the thumbs up on the way out if you haven't yet. Links are in the description if you want to support on Patreon or on YouTube. Or join the Discord. Come hang out. Much love, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care, everybody.
Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Here's some other videos to watch that you might like or you might not. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified. Have a great day, my internet friend. I hope I'll see you once again. Please subscribe and hit the like and ring that bell if you want notified.